moment, let me welcome you wherever you are following us this morning. We welcome you to the National Stadium. This second semi-final game, St. Mark's versus St. George's. And we greet you with beautiful condition down here at the National Stadium. And we certainly expect a very keen contest as both teams is making an effort to get into the finals, which will be played tomorrow at this same venue. As I welcome with me this morning, Ashley Cummins. Good morning, Ashley.
Well, greetings to you, Crony, and greetings to all the cricket fraternities at wherever you are looking at this game for live from the National Stadium here in Grenada with brilliant sunshine on the outside, although we have had some inclement weather during the week, but fortunately for us and fortunately for cricket, there's a lovely sunshine down here with St. Mark winning the toss and deciding to bat. The batsmen making their way into the wicket. The opening batsman for St. Mark.
Yes, we expect St. Mark's, who would have lost to St. Patrick's in their group match, as qualified for the semi-finals, and they coming up against St. George's, who got the better of St. David's in their previous game. And they feel it's in beautiful condition, and I must say, Ashley, the wicket looks very good. We certainly expect it to be a good wicket, and certainly batsmen really should enjoy batting on it today.
Yes, I guess I'm watching the very first 5 overs. You might see doing a little thing for the fast bowlers, but as the sun hit it and we continue, we expect it to normalize itself, and we expect to get some good cricket here played at the National Stadium.
Well, St. Mark's going to take first strike. Just a bit of the team. Actually, you give us St. George's team.
Well, St. George's team: Bronson Johnson, the captain; Akim, Alexis, Edel Beggs, Cyprian Forsyth, Karen Kotoy, Chauvel Alad, Kim Andrew, Javan Andrew, who is the wicket keeper.
Without loss. Just a loosener bowled by Redhead and just turned down to long leg for 1.
And finally, we have Javed Hazard making up the St. George's team with Tyrone Charles, the 12th man.
Andrew comes in to strike right-handed Andrew, and he's going to face the right-arm bowler in Redhead, and he's bowling to 2 slips of gully, backward point, cover mid-off on the offside, mid-on, mid-wicket, and field on the long leg boundary. He's up to the wicket, bowled to Andrew. Andrew is flashing outside the off stump. Again, make no contact. Lifting delivery there. He's looking to hit it somewhere to backward point. And make no contact, but good lift there. Ashley getting some good bounce off this delivery.
Yes, a good sign from the pitch. Let's hope that it continue. But as I said, they're going to be doing some little indifferent things in the early part of the game, and it's going to settle down a little later on.
It's 1 without loss. Redhead. He covers up and plays a backward point. The fielder moving quickly to his right. No chance of a run. Really good condition for cricket.
Definitely so. A lovely sunshine again. Just a little bit of clouds overhead. No threat of rain. And that's what cricket always need.
Redhead and coming from this southern end. Andrew again is flashing outside the off stump. Good bounce and not taken by the keeper there, and it goes down to long leg, 1 by.
And very interesting for us over thus far, getting good lift. Andrew just that is Redhead just keeping off stump line, just on outside the off stump there, and this is a good starting over from Redhead.
Yeah, I have been able to get some bonks as he generates some bonks there. He's off to the wicket again, bowled to Andrew. Andrew's driving outside off some good length delivery that lifted and just left him as he looking to hit through the covers.
Well, it's good to see Redhead getting a little bit of sideway movement and in the very first over. I guess he's just concentrating on the off stump line. The batsman have to be very careful and be watchful in what he's doing, noticing that not getting close enough, just casually coming on outside the off stump there. Let's see what's going to happen with Redhead with the next delivery.
A lot of adjustment in the field there. We see Forsyth, who was at that gully position, just making slight adjustment there. As we see him strengthening the slip region, the 3 slips and a gully, and really is attacking Andrew outside the off stump. Here's Redhead outside the off stump again. Really getting that ball to lift the batsman. There was no trouble there as he allowed this one to go through outside the off stump. And that completes the first over. St. Mark's winning the toss and batting, they are 1 without loss.
A very good over from Redhead, the very first over, getting some lift, getting the ball to move off the wicket. And it's very interesting how he's going to settle down for St. George's. They're hoping that he can get some early breakthrough. St. Mark, in the meantime, the batsmen just trying to feel their way through and see what can happen for them. 1 without loss in the very first over, and it's via the extras. So it's a very early day. We're going to see the new bowler from the pavilion end.
Just to give you the St. Mark's team, we have Lyndon Lawrence, Micah Narine, Corvin Gangadine, Ruel Williams, Ronald Williams, Narine Belfon, Sunil Narine, Kimani Milius, Kavim Hodge, Rondal Etienne, Shion Anju, and that's Justin John, 12th man. And actually that team certainly possesses some of the players who would have played for Volcanoes, so we expect really a good competition.
Yes, and a batting lineup that has some depth, Cooney.
Milius faces his first lifting outside the off stump. He's out, caught at the wicket. Good delivery, first delivery ball there, and it's a good one, good length, and it lifted and left him and taken behind, and St. Mark's has lost their first wicket with a score on 1. It's 1 for 1.
Well, Cooney, as I said, the early overs will see some strange behavior from the wicket. I had a good look at it. There are some patches that will encourage the fast bowlers. The ball is especially just on the line of the off stump, outside the off stump, and you notice there that the bowler in is it Beggs?
That looked like we're just going to get the name confirmed there, but what was evident there is the extract the amount of
bunks and the sideway movement.
And the movement that he was able to get outside the off.
Very interesting.
So it's 1 for 1. Certainly a big wicket lost by St. Andrews. Milius, who would have played
St. George's, by
St. Mark's,
yeah.
Milius, who would have played, just come off playing a few games in CPL, and we know that he would have represented the Volcanoes. Right-handed batsman, very attacking player. Certainly it was a good delivery, and he just nicked it.
The new batsman in the wicket is Calvin Hodge. I don't want to make it, yeah. No, it's not Hodge. Hodge is a right-handed batsman, a left-handed batsman. I'm going to be.
With the slips, still 2 slips and a gully. Backward point cover, the mid-on just moving a bit wider. St. Mark's losing their first wicket. And for this delivery, another delivery just turn off the pad just down to a backward square leg. And let's see the signal. It's a leg by. And it's 2 without loss. Anju comes into strike, We're just trying to confirm the name, whether it's St. Paul that's the bowler in there, but we just get some confirmation. The bowler. It's 2 for 1, St. Mark's.
St. Paul, it looked like.
Shion Andrew comes into strike. Yeah, I'm certainly right. It is Javel St. Paul bowling from this northern end. As he's over the wicket, ball to Andrew. Andrew is hitting this one over mid-on, and he's going to run very close to the boundary, but he's going to stop just inside the boundary, and that's 2 runs. Short delivery, didn't seem to get hold of it, but he'll still be able to pick up 2 runs. It's 4 for 1. Andrew is on 3.
Javin St. Paul looking to settle down himself, getting the only wicket, tailed up.
He's to Andrew. Andrew covers up and plays on the offside. Again, there's no chance of run. Good length delivery.
Yeah, so far the opening bowlers are doing well, keeping a line just on outside the off stump there, and making sure that they keep the batsmen at bay. They have to play, getting some sideway movement, and the one that will straighten up every now and again.
St. Paul. Andrew is pulling down to backward square the fielder on the boundary. Move into his left, and it's given the opportunity for 1 more. So Andrew moves to 4. The score is 5 for 1.
Travel St. Paul thinking, fast bowler.
Hodge it is. Going to face the bowling of St. Paul. Same field remain the same with 2 slips and a gully. St. Paul right arm over the wicket, ball to Hodge. Hodge allowed this one to go outside the off stump. The end of a good over by St. Paul, picking up that important wicket of Milius. And St. Mark's winning the toss and batting there 6 for 1.
Well, in the second over, it's early. Getting an early wicket, that all-important wicket of Milius. St. Paul seemed to be just on or just outside the off stump, similar to that of Redhead, and they both had so far doing a good job for St. George's. It's early day, semi-final 2, tomorrow's the finals, and the big question is who will join St. David for championship honors.
Attacking field set here for Andrew. 3 slips and a gully, Redhead. And this one, he hit on the pad, they looking to whip it somewhere through mid-wicket. Andrew just making no contact. That ball just crushing into his pads. No appeal. The score remain on 6 for 1. And both overs, actually, it's fair to say that the bowlers were pretty consistent in terms of off-stump, just outside the off-stump, being able to extract some lift of this wicket.
Yeah, and added to that, you're getting the sideway movement. We had seen what had happened to Milius with the one from St. Paul.
Redhead. Outside the off stump, lovely shot to backward point. This is going to run for 4 short. He was on top of it, Andrew, and hit it well down to backward point and raced across the surface for 4.
Well, it's always good to see an opening batsman when you get a short delivery like that asking to be put away, and the batsman did not hesitate, played a wonderful shot back of the square and getting 4 runs for it. Lovely, lovely shot.
I don't know if you would have seen Andrew. He played against the match, I think it was against St. Patrick's, and he really played well. He played some lovely shots. Young player, just around 19 there, just coming off on a 15 cricket. He faced another delivery from St. Paul's, and this one he lifted this one down. This is over mid-on. One again, probably looking to clear the fence there, but you see, taking probably high up on the bat and went high over mid-on, and the batsman picked up 2 more.
Well, St. Paul so far in this over had I'll be a little bit of mixed approach to that of the first over, where he was hitting just on outside the off stump, and only part of his over. But this time we are seeing him short outside the off stump, and then going to a middle and leg. Andrew is not afraid to play his strokes.
And he's looking to drive. Good delivery again. Good length as he was looking to drive that ball. Moved away from the right hander and just lifted. And then stick by the keeper.
Well, he has come back to the sort of original length that he started, line also. And let's hope that he can continue for the sake of St. George's, the line that he has to bowl to the field that is set. We always say that there is no field for bad bowling, so you got to keep just on outside the off stump there.
12 for 1, St. Mark's. This time he played down to a long leg. Again, he's going to amble a single. This one was pitched up slanted into the pad, and played down to long leg for one more. It's 13 for 1, and that's 2.5 overs. And Hodge comes into strike. As Redhead once again outside the off stump, no shot offered by Hodge, and that ball is even moving further away, and it goes through to the keeper.
So a mix over from Redhead. He had started off just on our outside the off stump, just outside the off stump there. This over we have seen him just mixing it up a little bit. He went attacking the leg stump, attacking the middle stump, and just going back off his length. It was a very wonderful shot played by William, and St. Mark matching on to 13 without loss. 13 for 1, that is, sorry. And we are in the third, going to the fourth over.
St. Paul gonna pick it up from this northern end, or commentating boot end, and he's going to bowl right arm over the wicket. And for this one, he's clipping this one down to long leg and goes. Good stop by the fielder on the long leg boundary there, as he was looking to whip this one somewhere between the backward square, get it a bit finer, and pick up one more. And the score moves to 15 for 1, and it's Milius is on 13, and Hod not yet score.
So, Coney, we must apologize to our listeners and our viewers there, because we all a little bit fumble and mix up there with the players. So we have the experience of the two players there, Milius and Hodge. St. Paul bowls again.
Outside the off stump, he's flashing, and a white signal by the umpire. $16 for 1. We are in over number 4. Hodge not yet off the mark. Milius on 13. Redhead has so far bowled 2 overs, 8 runs, and St. Paul in the second over, he has picked up so far 1 for 6. St. Paul bowling to 2 slips, gully, backward point cover mid off. This is short, and this is whipped beautifully through mid wicket, and that's going to go over. And goes for 6. Good shot there by Miller. Short, and he really clipped it, lifting one leg, and just hit it over mid wicket for 6.
Well, typical West Indian batsman upon one leg and just getting it for a maximum over the mid wicket boundary. Lovely shot indeed it was. As we see, St. Paul coming back to his mark, and is going to be thinking differently.
We see some adjustment in the field there. That mid-wicket fielder is now being pushed back as St. Paul Milius plays to mid-wicket. He's going to pick up a quick single there as the fielder having jumped back and just dropped it in front of him and able to pick up one more. 23. Milius is on 20. Hodge not yet off the mark. St. Paul's so far 1 for 13. St. Mark's 23 for 1, winning the toss and opting to bat today. Hodge. Let's see for this delivery. Hodge is looking to cut outside the off stump again, no contact. Again, the ball lifting as it moved away from him, and no contact.
Well, I guess St. Paul is telling himself, I got Lawrence out, caught behind, and why not continue along this line, create some doubt in the batsman's mind. It's pretty early, and it's a good way to probe at the top order batsmen with the ball still hard and attacking field is there.
St. Paul, this one is played to a backward point, just on top of it and straight to backward point. Again, there's no chance of a run. The score remain on 23 for 1 in the 4th over of this 50 over affair. And both teams here is endeavoring to make it to the finals, which will be played tomorrow. Coming final against St. David's. Teams are fairly evenly matched. St. Paul once again bowled. Hodges cutting and that goes really racing down to the third man boundary for 4. Between the gully and the second slip. And he's off the mark with that 4, and that ball raced down to the boundary for 4.
Well, that's a shot with authority. He played it and played very convincingly, not a mad move. The ball just went through, thread through, and races to the boundary for 4. A lovely shot indeed from Kavim Hodge, which continued to build the score for St. Mark, getting a boundary almost every over so far.
27 for 1 it is after 4 overs. And this pair actually really would be the dominant pair on the batting of St. Mark's, and these two players would have played. I think they were involved in CPL, and Hodge, we know they've done very well playing for the Volcanoes, so really it's two players that St. Mark's would depend heavily on.
They look very composed, very compact, very relaxed, and seem to know all what they are about outside of there. St. George's will have to do some work to get these two batsmen out of a very attacking field from St. George's for Redhead against Hodge.
Redhead. Milius is driving outside the off stump and ball leaving him. Good length. Milius is looking to hit through the covers. But that's the sort of player he is, in that he really puts bat to ball. Very aggressive player.
And it would be very interesting, and St. Mark's will very much like that these two batsmen bat as long as possible and see them through to maybe looking for 275 in this game total. As
Redhead. This is wide outside the off stump. Signal wide by the umpire. Umpires Rupert Holers and John Mark. Holers there with his arms outstretched. Again, Redhead probably looking to extract some piece there, but this one is really wide.
Yes, he's in his 4th over, or his third over. So looking to extract some pace there that is good for this part of the game.
This time Milius allowed this one to go to outside the off stump. A slight movement away from the right-handed batsman.
Thinking all the time is the batsmen, so too is the bowlers, and looking to really get all the energies up to having a great game here today. Redhead very purposefully back to his mark and turning.
You see once again, and Hodges looking to drive a peel there by Redhead as that ball. Again, you could see the lift. He's able to get that ball to bounce outside the off stump, and Hodge making Melius making no contact.
Well, the keeper was not interested when he collected the ball, so too is the umpire. And Redhead getting one passing very close. And let's see what happened. This ball.
This one is flicked through mid-wicket, and this is going to run probably close to the boundary. And stop just inside the boundary, and that's 2 more for Melius.
That was a lovely shot played. Just leaning over it and clipping it off the pads. Melius.
30 for 1. 22. Kimani Melius. Kavem Hodge on 4. Again, we see some adjustment. That fielder at mid-on, well, he has offside field, just 2 fielders on the leg side, and mid-wicket, and a long leg as Redhead. This one is played to cover, and straight to cover, no chance of a run. The score remained in the 5th over, which Redhead in his 3rd over.
Connie, I don't know if I'm going to put you on a spot, but from what I'm seeing outside today, would this be is that the making or the incubator for franchise cricket at that level in Grenada? I've seen a Dominican outside the batting, as Lucian is outside the batting for St. Mark.
Redhead. He's off to the wicket, ball to Melius. Melius get on just past that goalie position and goes down to the boundary to stop just inside the boundary. Picked up 2 runs. As they're looking to play this one on the onside, and again, Redhead continued to get the ball to leave the right-handed batsman. Didn't get hold of this as you would have liked, and just went past that goalie position, full-side there, and just past his right hand, and he picked up 2.
Well, I think it was an extremely great effort from Forsyth, stretching all the way to get this one and just falling short and falling away from him. But in the meantime, I can tell you that Redhead had a very good over, inducing the batsmen every now and then into playing a shot that not expected, but to play. But all went well for the batters. And St. Mark continued to bat on 32 for 1 in the 5th over. Just about some 6 runs per over.
St. Paul gonna pick it up. Redhead so far bowled 3 overs. He had 13 runs, no wicket, and St. Paul 1 for 17 in 2. He's in his 3rd over as he's off the wicket, ball to Hodge. Hodge just coming forward and just adjusting well. Just slackening his wrist there as that ball take the edge and went down to 2nd slip position. Just dropping 1 bounce.
I think the ball just a little bit came onto the batter just a little slower, slightly beaten there.
Good line, good delivery. You've seen the experience of Hodge there as he adjusted well. The score 32 for 1. We into the 6th over. As St. Paul to Hodge. This contact and taken by the keeper at the end of that over. It's 34 for 1. We have had 6 overs concluded. And actually, after a few words from you, Justin Hector is going to take up the commentary.
Well, it has been a relatively good over from St. Paul. St. Paul coming in and continue bowling the length and the line that he has been probing at, having the batsmen, experienced players, to be probing just outside the off stump there. And I think that this is good and well for St. Paul with 34 for 1. Justin, good morning to you.
Morning, Ashley. Morning to listeners wherever you are, and viewers, in fact, wherever you are. As Redhead That's Hodgson on a bit of border delivery, which probably may have bounced a bit more than he anticipated. The delivery just dropping away on the offside, and there is no run. So St. Mark in battle with St. George. I think all looking for that prize position actually to come up against St. David in the final tomorrow. Please God. Weather permitting, I should say.
It's great to see that the teams are out in battle. St. David's just looking on.
Harry's ready on his way to Hodge, and Hodge gets one again, which climbs outside the off stump. It's been a good sporting wicket actually.
Very good, very good. So the batsmen have to be climbing the ladder every now and then, and it's good to see that the bowlers are putting them to the task.
Hodge is on 5. None of these guys have actually. Milius, on the other hand, he's been going at a runner ball, which is quite decent. Hodge for himself is probably the one who's going to look to bat through for St. Mark. He does similar roles for the Volcanoes. Series ready from the southern end to bowl to Hodge. And Hodge opens the face of the bat and glides it down past backward point. There will be a chase for the fielder at backward point. We'll pull it back just inside the boundary as the batsman will come back for a third. And well run in the end. So 3 runs to Hodge, takes him on to 8 and takes the total on to 37 for 1. We're in over number 7. And Nicholas Redhead is in his 4th over. He's gone for 16 so far. I was saying, Ashley, lovely morning, great, lovely sunshine. But it's not the same throughout the country. There's some areas where we've been having some rain during the course of the morning.
Yes, definitely so.
Threaded gets ready again to move in. Quite an attacking field. There are 3 slips and a gully backward point, a cover made on, and of course a fielder down along the boundary. As ready, 2 Milius hits it again, goes airborne, goes wide of the man at deep extra cover, and it goes away to the boundary for 4. So a safe shot and good thinking. The fielder at mid-off actually was in.
This is a maximum. It's an excellent shot played by Milius. He timed it well and played it very effortlessly.
Yes, indeed. So I was saying, it's a pretty attacking field. Most of the players are inside with the mid-on the mid-off is up. And probably St. George is looking to take wickets. Yeah. I think these are 2 fairly experienced players now. Milius, the recent captain of the West Indies under-19 team. And of course, Hodge, who is the captain now of the Volcanoes. So experience out there for St. Mark.
Well, you can't be you can't be over-aggressive, eh?
Here you go. As Redhead comes in again to bowl 2, this time Milius getting it over the top of the slip. Probably a deliberate shot.
But it's already, you have seen them start, the shoulders are a bit dropping. It's early day, got a long way to go, 50 overs.
Don't the slip stack, look at the stack of the slip. Actually, maybe you'll talk about that a bit. Here though is Redhead on his way with final delivery to bowl 2 Milius. Milius drives in the air, will be caught. He's dropped it. Well. The opportunity came, and the fielder at mid-off coming across to his left had it for 90% of the time actually, and probably as he hit the ground, he just lost possession.
Yeah, but I thought that he had moved a little bit slowly.
Let's look at it again. Hitting in the air.
Driving and look at it. Just look at that stretch. Only movement, and could have been taken very easily. You got to be nimble on the legs, and this all the part of the game. And that's what I'm saying. I'm noticing that the shoulders of the St. George's team beginning to drop in this time. The players, the aggression and the energy that started off in the first 3 overs when they got the early wicket, it seemed to be moving away from the fielders, as we have seen with that catch that was dropped. But they have to keep fighting. It's early time. It's some 7 overs?
Yes, after 7, 47 for 1. Hodge will be in strike to St. Paul, who's bowling from the northern or the Dabo end. You have to be ready to accept those chances, even they have chances when they come along. As here St. Paul just missing his run and having to go back to the top of his mark. Hodge is on 8 from 11. Milius is on 34, 47 for 1. It's about the start of over number 8. So pretty, though they lost the early wicket, I think St. Mark would be fairly happy with the way things have gone.
Yes, most definitely. With the batsmen very selective outside there. Every now and then you get the ball doing all of the things. I said in the first 10 overs, we're going to see those things happening. And it continues to, but
St. Paul try again. And this time Hodge gets one pitch right up, loud appeal by the bowler, but Kelly probably missing leg stump. John Mack maybe have indicated that the show of the hands of the ball may just have been sliding down leg side.
Yes, it had been one that pitching just outside the leg stump and continue to move along that line. And there is no problem at all for the umpire. St. George's did looking to get a breakthrough here.
St. Paul moves in again to bowl to Hodge, who to this delivery is getting one on just about the off stump and could do no more than to play defensively up into the offside, where it was fielded at the fielder by the fielder at extra cover. And
just in every now and again we can see St. Paul is bowling a slower one, just around the same line that he's bowling his normal pace, and the batsmen are very much watchful, and it is good cricket playing outside there, a good battle outside there.
So the lone wicket to fall this morning so far was that of C.J. Andrew, and he was caught wicket keeper. Andrew bowled St. Paul, and that which is caught. Hodge is gone, and that's a big one. That's a big wicket. As Hodge is caught, St. Paul has bowled pretty well. He's gotten the ball to leave the right hand. He's got a fair amount of bounce. And there Hodge just playing at one outside the off stump. As we look at the replay again, as delivery just on about the off stump and some bounce and good carry.
Well,
and a good catch at slip.
For this line, he has bowled the ball before, a slower one just around that line, and the batter was very much in behind it. But this time, just around the same line again, he bowled one that is faster, one with some bounce, and Hodge just did not have the answer for it. Going cut in the slip, Hodge make his way out.
So Hodge is out. He's caught a good catch in the slip region. Could that be? Well, we'll get that for you sometime. Anyway.
So far, the opening pair for St. George's have done well, picking up 2 early wickets. St. Mark win the toss and batting. Somewhat even Stephen thus far.
Yes, I think the fall of Hodge, I think, would have shifted the balance of power so far, because Hodge would have set himself to really bat right through the innings as much as he can. And that was a really good wicket. It was a good delivery, in fact. He had to play. And took the edge, and I feel that was slip. I don't know. You identify him from here. Maybe we'll have that cleared in.
Yes.
Of course.
So
it brings Narine to the crease. Sunil Narine, not to be confused actually with Trinidad's and KKR West Indies Sunil Narine. Young man from St. Mark. I think it's from Redmond in St. Mark.
Yeah, we have the Redmond, we have the Digo Peace area.
Yeah, the general area. So he's coming, Narine, to join Milius. Milius is on 34 from 27, 47 for 2. Listen, no, it's bigger than that. Well, we'll have that played for you also as there's a field change, and probably not as attacking as probably a lot more attacking than they were all year. Here is the slips and the 2 slips and the gully, backward point, extra cover and mid off. There's a short straight mid wicket, a man square leg and a long leg. As here is St. Paul on his way into bowl to the delivery outside the off stump again, bounce and carry, good bounce and good carry. That has been a pretty good wicket. I don't think any of the batsmen can complain. There has been the wicket haven't been really slow or low.
Yes, definitely it's a good wicket to bat on. Let's see what, as I kept saying, the first 10 overs, we're still in the 8th over. Let's see what happens after the batsmen have to settle themselves in, dig in deep, and then show that they get the kind of score that they want for their team as St. Paul bowls outside the off stump, flashing and missing. And it's a good take from the keeper, Javan Andrew.
Yes, so delivery outside the off stump this time again, getting it to go in the opposite direction. And we believe that is Shion Anju who is out there.
Shion Andrew.
Yeah, looks like. So Anju is out there. He's not yet scored. He has faced 2 deliveries, the left-hander. And it's St. Paul who has had a very good morning, taking both of the wickets to fall so far. In similar circumstances, the difference is the first was caught wicket keeper. As here is St. Paul on his way again, this time to bolt Anju, and this time he's in defence and plays it securely out square with the wicket on the offside. As you feel that squarish cover comes in to do the fielding. There is no run at the end of it. At the end of 8, 47 for 2 is the latest score here. Milius is on 34. Anju has not yet scored.
Well, it's a good over from St. Paul. St. Paul just keep plugging away at the off stump of Hodge. I have seen one delivery in that over that he slowed it up a little bit, and the next delivery just around the same area, getting with his original pace, he get it bouncing, and Hodge had no answer to it. Played down, he was out caught in the third slip region. The new batsman coming in, well, he has to negotiate. He got to see what is happening outside it, so it's already for him. But Milius continue to look very positive in the wicket, and this is good for St. Mark. In the meantime, Redhead continues.
Yes, and so 2 catches, the second of which was taken by Kotoy. Very good catch. Kotoy diving away to his right at third slip to take that catch. So here is Redhead, who probably will want to emulate his opening partner. And still a fairly attacking field. Although now the third slip has been moved out to straightish mid-off. Of course, there is still a backward point and a cover. As Series Redhead on his way to Milius. Milius flashing away again outside the off stump, and that goes quickly away down to the boundary and away for 4. So he has been, we saw him play that shot a couple of times.
Yes, this is very deliberate, a very deliberate shot from Milius. Knowing Milius at the under-19 level, this is a very deliberate shot that he plays wide outside the off stump. Why not just play it away and get a run for it?
Yeah. It's strange though that he's continued to play the shot, and they haven't probably employed the third man for him. They still stick to the very, very attacking field. It's Redhead, who will know Milius fairly well. Should know Milius fairly well. He turns on the top of his mark from the southern end. That's a start again. Those guys are all.
What is he thinking now? Next line of attack.
Harry is on his way to bowl to Milius, who to this delivery is getting one on the stump and hits it high in the air. The pillars are coming around. It probably will be taken and sticking, and a fine catch in the end.
Well, what a
Milius
comeback.
hitting this one high in the air, and the fielder running away from mid-on and taking a good catch. And he's gone, and I think really a poor shot.
A very poor shot in the end after playing so positively. I not really timing that ball well. I think that the ball had just made that slight movement inside of him, and Milius falling over, I think, just a little too much. Not really playing it with the kind of control that he wanted, and had seen his demise.
And one expects to, at this level, to see these batsmen, these guys really dominate, actually, and that's sort of frustrating, and that's, not what we want to see. You want to see when you have those guys who, would have played at that higher level, you want to see them really dominate at this level. But this hasn't been that way, actually, if you know at all levels, even in the village level where you have, players who may have gone on to play at a level, come back to the village and struggle.
Yes, and being cricket as it is, glorious uncertainties, you will always find this happening sometimes, and just very much unfortunate that we have seen the back of these 2 batsmen. I think that St. Mark's would have really liked to see them play very long, but it's very important and very much happy for the 2 fast bowlers, Grenada fast bowlers, to see the demise of these two of these two batsmen.
Now we see Narine come to the crease. The stocky built Narine, so Narine, and he won't be taking strike immediately.
Very aggressive batsman he is,
Yeah.
and he's not afraid to hit the ball.
Yeah. And he, played in the St. John competition last year. I think he
Represented.
may have went on to score maybe a century, I think, in one of those games. I can't quite remember, but he was quite instrumental in his team victory.
Yes, I remember him in playing for under 19 one time struggling, and he asked coach, "What should I do?" I said, "Just play your normal game."
Here he's ready now. Good delivery coming back in. A loud appeal, and well, they save him there.
Well. What a delivery!
Magnificent delivery. Jacked back into the left hander. He was late. He missed it, and I think probably just doing too much, if anything. He'll be going over the top of the stump as you watch it again on the replay. As the delivery is jacked back into him, and probably just getting a bit of batting on it actually, which kept it
Well,
out.
he did not know anything about that delivery, and lucky, he was just lucky.
Oh,
Fortune favors the brave.
there's a saying, anything later than that is absent. He couldn't play any later. Here is a redhead again from the southern or the river road end. The river end comes and passes umpire Hulas and bows at delivery again, coming back into the batsman. This time a little shorter, and probably the batsman negotiating it a lot more comfortably, as it was just probably waist height and turned away behind square on the onside. And they picked up a single to take this score on to 52. We're in over number 9, and send Mark there. 3 down for 52. Probably just lost the initiative a bit in the last half an hour.
Yes, definitely. So all to the compliment of Redhead and St. Paul, who came back and been bowling quite well. And it's always important for fast bowlers, no matter what happened, to maintain a good rhythm. And I think this is what we have seen from both fast bowlers.
Yes, so it will be redhead again to this time to come into bowl to Narine. Narine taps away, waits for redhead and gets a delivery outside the off stump again, and delivery, and not really just being beaten and probably just spending some time thinking about it. Beautiful delivery again and a bye. Not really getting an edge on it, but it went a long way, Ashley.
Very much a long way. A beautiful delivery, just moving away from pulling the batsman forward and leaving him on that line, curving away beautifully. Even the wicketkeeper could have collected properly. They got a bye, but it's beautiful to see fast bowlers when they get in the ball to slide on.
Is it a case? We've seen exaggerated movement, which we haven't seen too often here at the National Stadium. Ashley, is it the skill of the bowlers, you think, or is it the conditions? As Redhead comes in and bowls this time, pitched up and edged away, and that will run away for 4. A delivery full length, and Andrew having a go at it, and the ball coming off the outer portion of the bat and getting through the well-populated slip and gully area, and between the third slip and the gully, and going away for 4. To take Andrew now on to Andrew would be on now. Well, we'll get that. Let's disregard the scoreboard for a moment. Well, he's gone on by 4, and the total has gone on to 56.
Well, the condition is right for fast bowling. If you look at the atmosphere, there is a bit of moisture around. There is a little breeze blowing, and get the lateral movement, and it's all happening with both fast bowlers. So it means that the fast bowlers are putting some of their fingers into it, and they are getting some lateral, some sideway movement. And I think this is very good for the two fast bowlers outside of there into the 9th over. And as I said earlier on, we are going to see some misbehavior based on the sort of condition. St. Paul again.
Yes, that's over number 10. Comes in, passes the umpire, and bowls a full toss, and Narine puts that away easily. 1 bounce away into the boundary for 4. I think it's that type of play really would capitalize on anything that's loose, Narine.
Well, that's the kind of batsman he is. He's always in the business of scoring runs, and he enjoys hitting the bad balls away. He still has 1 year in under 19 cricket, and he's one of the middle order batsmen that has, over the 2 years he had played for the national under 19 team, had been among the runs, had been among the wickets, and he just will have to wait his time.
61 for 3 in over number 10. Narine is on 5. 4 it is to Andrew. Here now is St. Paul's side the off stump, and Narine just going on to his hunches almost and just allowing that to score on his merry way outside the off stump. Be taken by the keeper again. Good carry, good bounce, good pace, good line by St. Paul.
Those of you who really know Sunil Narine going on his hunches, as I said, it's no surprising because in his early time taking a wicket, that's where he used to be going.
We might see that today again, you never know. St. Paul turns again. Or in number 20 on his back, although the players are not numbered. He moves in now to bowl to Narine. Another full toss and puts away again. This time through mid wicket all along the ground. And St. Paul probably just beginning to tire a bit, Ashley.
Yes, the 10th over of the innings, 5 overs, each of the fast bowlers. A little bit of condition outside of there. And I just be taking a little bit of away of the energy.
So Narine moves quickly onto, it should be on 9. I suppose, yes, 9 should be on 9. And St. Paul just walk in order, disconsolately back to the top of his mark. But he has put a lot into it so far this morning. He's been successful. He has gotten the wickets. And he turns and he begins to move in this time again to bowl to Narine. Go to this delivery is again this time a little ungainly delivery, a lot closer to him and probably trying to guide it over the slip and really ill-advised shot, Ashley.
Yes, it's somewhat pulling away from it, but when you're pulling away, you got to take the bat away too. Once you're going to be moving away from the ball, not just body but bat has to follow the body in the direction where it's going, and you can still see leaving the bat outside there, not what is wanted by St. Mark. But Narine continue to plug away.
As St. Paul's turns again and begins to move in again to bowl to Narine, who gets one pitched up and hits it back over, just bouncing over the top of the bowler. And there is no run as the fielder mid-off comes across and do the fielding. Nearing the end of over number 10, 65 for 3. Narine is on 9. 4 it is to Andrew.
But Hector, I don't know if you look at the ploy of St. Paul. He has the tendency to bowl that slower ball, and this is what had caught Narine outside of there. So let's see what he'll follow with the next one, where similar to what he got hard out with. Let's see what happened.
Bows in now to bowl to Narine and to this delivery pitched up and hits in the air and good. Oh, just over the man at extra cover, and probably that was the slower one, actually.
Well, that's another slow one because Narine again was badly mixed up there with this one. You can see he's slapping the pad with his bat and very much muffling up there, getting a slow ball and not really making that use of it.
And I thought the fielder at extra cover there was a bit slow in getting back as we watch the replay. And Narine probably looking to hit this other one on the onside, our last straighter. And the ball coming off and not really getting the timing at all, beaten because the ball was a bit further outside the off stump, I thought, than he anticipated.
Well, in cricket, while you're outside there, no ball will directly always come your way. There's always some left or right movement, some movement you have to make forward. And I think that the St. George's team, they're just not, sharp on the movement for this part of the game. So let's hope that they will build on it as they go along. Because as we always say, when the pressure takes you, you have to really stand to it. So we'll have to see what will happen with them as they go along.
Yes. And no real issue as far as the run rate is concerned. It's going at about 6 and over. That encounter is pretty decent. And with wickets in hand, they can still
definitely
increase that later. Here he's ready on his way, and delivery 9 goes after him and goes long and goes where? Goes one bounce against him.
Well, that's typical. That's typical Narine. You're going to pitch that line in that slot, he's going to go after you.
So he's gone on to 13. I didn't see the umpire on the race, so drop just inside the line.
Just inside.
Yeah, so Narine has been playing his natural game, and I think it will be very interesting if he stays out there for the next hour, actually.
Very interesting, and you know that is what I admire about him. He plays his game, and that's how batsmen should be batting. You play what you know you are capable of doing, not trying to do something differently.
Of course, there were also movement there for Redhead. Let's see what he gets. Comes in on balls to Narine, again flashing outside. Maybe again looking to hug that again over mid-on, but he has to be careful because there's a bit of movement out there. The ball is going away from him outside the off stump.
Well, Redhead will not accept Narine at least you are hitting him wherever he wants. As a fast bowler, you do not allow batsmen to do what they want with you. So I guess as much he has shifted the line, this time it was outside the off stump and it was lifting. Narine did not make any negotiation with that, luckily for him.
Redhead moves it again, passes umpire Holas to bowl to Narine, who gets one of which he plays that again at the fiddle outside the off stump. Rather ungainly. This it was not a scoop, it was not probably an authentic shot looking to hit it over the field. It was just a little fiddle at it.
Well, I was wondering what he was feeling for.
Yeah, but yes. So Narine is on. I make it 9. You know, it should be 13. 66 for 1. Have to here for 3. Delivery this time wide outside the off stump, and probably just teasing Narine outside the off stump. But he seemed more inclined to want to play the ball which is closer to the body, and not really go after those that are short and wide outside the off stump. And see, look at Redhead.
Well, I think this is good thinking by Narine. Just that sometimes he really lose cool and play one shot too many.
And Redhead back to the top of his mark and begins to quite a control run up. Comes up now and bowls to Narine. Narine again gets one shot outside the off stump, which he just looks at. He really doesn't like it, so he just lets it go.
Yes, whatever is going to be against you, why not let it go?
So it's a very stocky young man. Does have some power.
A very strong young man indeed.
Yeah, so it's
clear this boundary at will whenever he gets it.
66 for 3. St. Mark looking to book a place in the final against St. David. One eagerly anticipated final. Serge Redhead on his way again, right arm over to bowl to Narine. Narine this time gets one pitched up and ball probably coming off Modi in a portion of the bat. They're going for one though. They'll be back for the second. Would they go for the third? I think they will, and they will be there and rather safely. So good running in the end. And the delivery came off more in a portion of the bat and run pretty close to the mid-wicket boundary. And of course, actually the boundaries are fairly big compared to some of the boundaries we've seen, and it's the equal size right or wrong, so it takes a bit to clear the boundary.
Well, that is excellent cricket. The bowler, that's Redhead, just getting onto the pads of Narine. Narine making full use of it. The ball does not cross the rope, but it was a good chase by the field by the mid-wicket fielder. He get the ball around and had a throw on the one bounce to the keeper, and it all goes well for cricket. And go well for the excitement here. We're going to see a change in the bowling.
Yes.
St. Paul is going to be moving off.
Yes. And there'll be more pace, more medium pace from the northern end by St. Mark. We haven't seen spin yet for the day. From St. George's. We haven't seen spin yet for the day.
Well, the wickets seem, the fast bowlers seem to be doing well so far. 3 wickets. And it's all good. To why not try another of the seamers? Is it Adel Beggs coming on?
Look like that. Look like Beggs. So he'll be bowling from the northern end. He's taken over from St. Paul, who is at mid-off at the moment. As he moves in now and passes the umpire and bowls a delivery which is by Andrew, which is played on the offside. They go through for a very quick single. The return comes in and there is no run. There is a single there for Narine. Narine getting off the mark pretty quickly. And in the end, an easy single. So rotation in the strike, and I think that's very important for the St. Mark team at the moment.
This is excellent cricket by the batsman. Just touch and go. And it's good to keep very good seeing that the batsmen are prepared to rotate the strike. And excellent cricket.
We're stuck here with a score, but I think it should be past 70 already. But we'll update the score pretty soon. Series on his way again. That little hop and bowls to delivery to Anju, looking to pull it away on the onside and not making the type of contact he wanted to. And
Well, Beg just offering Andrew a mountain gift, and he did not accept it.
Halloween package.
Just did not accept it.
Well, guess he's not one who is too much into Halloween. He doesn't. Not everybody, are into Halloween. Actually, you not know. You're not a Halloween man. I know. You're not about that. Yeah.
Those things are wrong. Those time, the busting of the bamboo, the eating of the ash. Well, I like corn, so I mean.
We will go on, make the lanterns and go to the cemetery. I don't know if that still happens. As the delivery is played off and in the air and dropping just behind square on the onside as Bronson run away to do the fielding, and there's a single there for Anju again.
Anju a little bit tucked up there, not really pulling away and giving himself the room to play that shot. It was asking to be hit, and he just leave himself a little bit cramped inside of there, and could only get a single from this shot.
Cemetery is close to you, Ashley.
The Mount Horn Cemetery. There are a number of other family cemeteries that are close by.
So that area will be pretty well lighted up as delivery is again on off stump and played out on the offside, and another attempt for a single. He quickly turned down, and there is no run. So totally made on 73 for 3, and we're in 74. Well, we've been updated.
Well, Hector, I could tell you around this time of the year, it's only once a year. I love to see candles, plenty, the number of candles that have been lit.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, be nice to have some asham.
Oh, yes.
Asham,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Plant corn for that special period, yeah.
There's a delivery down the leg side and will be called wide, a signal and call and signal. And it will go through a very quick single and good again, good aggressive running. Delivery not being handled well by the wicketkeeper.
Yeah, Javan Anju, they're not collecting cleanly, taking out the gloves and now having a look at his finger, making some readjustment. So not collect cleanly.
St. Mark will advance by 2 by way of extras, and he will have to bowl this one all over again. The total 77 for 3. It's just been stopped there by umpire John Mark himself, with a short man compared to Holas. Now delivery outside the one looking to cut and just going over the top of the bat through to be taken by the wicketkeeper.
Yes, well, I think that the both teams they have to settle again for this period with Regis. A little bit of up and down so far in this over. He need to settle himself down, find the line that he really want to bowl. Yes, the left and right combination may be presenting that challenge, but let's see how he handle it.
The hop comes in again, bowls to Anju gets one, he's wrapped on the pad, but missing leg stump. Clearly we can see that from here. Almost could have seen the middle and off stump exposed to bring up the end of over number 12. At the end of 12, 77 for 3. We make it. And certainly we have lost the sunshine though, Ashley.
Yes, the conditions down here had shifted a little bit. The clouds get directly overhead, barring of the sun. The sun is always shining, eh? Just remember, the sun is always shining.
Indeed.
It's just that the clouds just bar off that light sometimes. So, is a water break now?
Yes, it's a break.
So, just looking back at what had transpired for the morning, we have seen the opening pair for St. Mark did not really get off to the start that they wanted, but a nice little partnership between Melias and Hodge, which we thought should be going on way into the 20 25th or 38th over, laying a foundation. But unfortunately, both batsmen getting out, and not in the convincing way, not anything really troubling them, but actually giving their wickets away.
Well, it's one of the things about cricket that, well, you're going to continue to chat away, Ashley, and after a few more thoughts by you, the next presenter will be Raphael Crony.
Yeah, well, see, the batsmen are now being given a little, or what I should call a guidance counseling from one of the experienced players outside of there. It seems that is Lawrence. In the meantime, the St. George's fielders, they have huddled themselves together in two different portions, having drinks and refreshing themselves. The leg spinner in Rashid Daniel is on the boundary line there with them. Surprisingly that he did not get into that 11. Rashid Daniel, very good leg spinner. But St. George's team to be having a very strong bowling attack outside of there. And Connie, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. I had been the morning session so far, probably just even.
Yes.
I think probably St. George's would feel more comfortable the fact that they would have picked up those two important wickets of Milius and Hodge, and certainly they probably might feel a little more happier at the situation. It's 77 for 3. We had 12 overs being bowled.
Well, the value and experience of these two players playing in the CPL and having them playing here, it's all the different kettle of fish. So if you can get them out early, why not be happy about it?
Yes, and you have the likes of Daryl Cyrus. We know who picked up quite a bit of wicket against St. David's in that match that was played just a couple of weekends ago. So I think they would feel much the happier team. The fact that they have been able to pick up those two important wickets, and would really St. Mark's would have to find a way just to consolidate a bit. There's quite a bit of overs to go still. There's only 12 overs being bowled, so they will have to consolidate to give the sort of score that will really give the bowlers something to bowl at.
And saying that I'm wondering what kind of score they are looking for, what kind of condition outside of there thus far. Score 200. I was looking at 250, 275 when Milius and outside of there, but it seems I will drop it down to 250. It's still quite capable that they can get there, but it's a lot of batting that they have to do. Narine and Andrew, they are quite capable with the bat. So if we can see a good partnership between these two, St. Mark could be well on the way.
Yeah, I would think 200, 225, they would feel comfortable with that. The fact that they would have really lost the main batters, getting up to 200, I think is still a fighting score. Outside is just a little bit cloudy, no threat of rain, but the faster bowlers, as we have seen, have been able to get the ball to move quite a bit, especially away from the right-handed batsman.
So Cyrus is going to pick up the attack from the far end. Leg spinner.
Cyrus is going to pick it up, and he's going to be bowling to Narine, and in one slip and backward point, Bronson at first slip backward point in Holas cover. We have a long off, a long on, mid-wicket, and just a backward square, and we have someone on the mid-wicket boundary. Cyrus with his first delivery, and he's driving well through the covers, and that's going to run into the boundary for 4 over pitch and give it the full treatment, and just to the left of the fielder at cover point, and that rushes into the boundary for 4.
Well, it's a welcome to the party, I'll call it, and it's a good thing to say that the batsman in Narine has the confidence, the ball that is short outside the off stump, putting it away.
That cover fielder is now placed right back on the boundary. Cyrus, he's coming forward. He's beating this one that turned and bounced, and just beat the outside edge. It's 81 for 2. Daryl Cyrus, shorter deliveries, quicker delivery, and he just came back and pushed it in front of him.
Well, you got to be watchful. The batsman outside there, you got to be watchful.
You see more attacking position, 2 slips. Foresight in a second slip position, and there's a point. Cyrus, this one he's looking to drive, comes off the edge and goes down to a backward short leg, and he pick up one more.
Well, I think that Cyrus is getting some early movements and getting the ball to turn and bounce. Narine getting one bad delivery early, the first delivery, and put it away, but had struggled with the rest of the deliveries that had came to him. So let's see how the left-hander will play to the right-handed leg spinner.
The left-handed Andrew comes into strike, and to one slip. Cyrus right arm over the wicket, and he's coming forward and plays it in front of him. Again, no attempt of a run. It's 81 for 2. This one is hitting straight back past the bowler and goes into the boundary for 4. Tossed up, and Andrew give it a full treatment as he came forward and hit it firmly back past the bowler for 4.
Well, a ball that was asking to be hit, and Andrew took the challenge. Yes, took the challenge. But I really thought that Cyrus, the ball, he was late in responding to reacting to the ball, and the ball beating his outstretched right hand, passing the umpire and go down to the boundary. So 8 runs coming up this start of this first over from Cyrus, and St. Mark continue. Are we going to see an all-round spin attack? And no, it seems that Beggs is going to continue.
Yeah, Beggs is going to continue from this northern end, bowling medium pace. It's 86 for 2. We're in for 3. We are in the 14th over. Beggs right arm, just slow medium. And he's bowling to, again, one slip, third man backward point. Gully, Forsyth just going into the gully position. Pack offside field as he's up to the wicket bowl, and this one he's pulling this one down to long leg, and the fielder comes around, make a good stop, and that's one more to Narine. It's 87 for 3. Narine is on 14, and the left-handed Andrew comes into strike. Straight seven strange field, 7 on the offside and 2 on the leg side for Narine. And let's see, it's a 6-3 for Andrew, left-handed Andrew, as Beggs right arm over the wicket bowl to Andrew, and Andrew's hitting this one very well over a wide mid-on, and it's going to run very close to the boundary. He's stopped just inside the boundary, and we'll wait to see what the umpire is going to signal, but they're coming back for the third run, and that's let's see, it's 3 runs, just seemingly
4 runs.
so just stepped over, but 3 runs.
3 runs in the end, but I have different opinion with that.
It's it's 90 for 2. Obviously, actually, the umpires are in the right position to make the decision, and sometimes they don't always go the way it's supposed to, but they are human just like us.
Yes, definitely so.
So that's 3 runs to Andrew. Narine comes into strike, and he covers up in the air and just past the bowler as he covers up there, and almost played his ball back to the bowler.
Yes, I thought Narine was in two-minded there. At one time, he seemed to be getting in position to go after the bowling, and maybe just adjusting himself and holding back a little bit, and the ball just dipping and coming a little much sharper to him and getting him to play that fall shot there. But always good for him. He continues to bat.
Narine. Short delivery, and he's hitting this one down to long leg. Just one bounce to the field on the long leg boundary. Not getting hold of it. As you could see him looking really to hit it over long leg. He picked up one more.
Narine seemed to be a man with a mission outside. He came in, and from the time he came in, he has been scoring runs, and we all know that Narine is capable of that kind of cricket. I always like to see the scoreboard ticking, and that's what he's doing outside for his team today in the second semi-finals. Remember, tomorrow's the finals. St. David's already qualified, so one of these teams here will be meeting St. David.
Begs once again to Andrew. Andrew's pulling in the air, but away from, let's see, away from the mid-wicket. And he picked up one. They're going back for the second run, and let's see, that's 2 runs. It's a bit of a lapse by the fielder. They're coming in, I think that Rashid Daniel, and allowed the batsman to pick up 2 runs. So that's 2 more to Andrew.
Well, the sort of energy that St. George's have started off with, just what, in the 16th over, and we have seen some of this energy is a little bit waning away. The captain is trying to pull back that energy and that togetherness with the team there.
Andrew facing the delivery, because he's chained this one down to third man, and the fielder on the boundary in full control there as he got on top of this one and steered it down to third man, and he picked up 1 more.
And a nice little shot there from Andrew in compared to the shot when he's playing the pool, not getting in position and the ball going airborne. But what he's playing on the offside, he seems to be much more in control, and let's hope that he can continue to play those nice little script shots for St. Mark and continue to tick the scoreboard on. So it is Rashid Daniel coming off the field, and is it Alexis making his way back onto the field?
Looks like Hazard.
Hazard, okay.
Kotoy. And certainly is a bowler that obviously probably may come into the attack very, very soon. But both batsmen seem to be very, very comfortable as they begin to push runs on.
93 for 3.
Cyrus over the wicket bowling to Andrew, and Andrew turning this one to leg slip position, and Cotter in that position, fields.
Andrew seemed not too all that comfortable sometimes playing on the leg side, sort of not giving himself the kind of room that he wants.
This time he's hitting this one down to long on. Let's see, this going to go very close. Goes a good stop by the fielder at long on, and 2 more runs to Andrew.
Well, he hit this one with at will. He timed well, placement was right, and getting 2 runs, showing a lot of confidence outside there.
Cyrus in his second over. 3 fielders on the boundary on the leg side, and this one is hitting in the air. Let's see where this one goes.
That's the maximum.
Big hit there by Andrew, and that's over mid-wicket, a wide mid-wicket, and that goes for 6.
Well, the umpire signaled it's a maximum, well timed, and this time he had really given himself the room that he wanted, and he played it with authority and picking up 6, and this being the 100 for St. Mark. Very important landmark.
Yes, yeah, and a ball pitched just around leg stump going further down, and he really picked it up well and hit it clean over a mid-wicket position and went for 6. Cyrus. This is short, and he just plays it in front of him, just angle it to the slips, and there is no run. right arm leg spin Cyrus. Another faster delivery outside the off stump, and Andrew allowed it to go through. There's no chance of a run. There's a long one on the boundary, a mid wicket on the boundary, and deep backward square on the boundary. Mid wicket in Akim Alexis, and this time he's driving. Good stop.
Is out.
Actually, he's out. And one thought that this want to sit into the ground, but hit it straight back, and Cyrus moving to his right. Took a good catch.
A very smart catch here from Darius Cyrus, moving over to his left, moving to his right, that is, and taking a very smart catch. So it's the end of the batsman in
Andrew.
Very exciting little player, and St. Mark losing a wicket just at a crucial time when a partnership beginning to flourish.
Yeah, beautiful catch taken there by Cyrus, and just not really to the pitch and hitting this one back, and Cyrus moving really smartly to his right and picking up that catch with one hand. St. Mark's losing the 4th wicket. It's 100 for 4.
Well, it's the bulky burly player in Lyndon Lawrence.
It's actually Ronald Etienne.
Ronald Etienne, that is. Ronald Etienne making his way into the wicket, and a batsman with some power. Remember seeing him playing for St. Andrew. Couldn't we have had experience with him in under 15?
Yeah, most definitely. He has come to the under 15 into the under 19 and actually the senior. So he has some experience. It's good to see him back playing.
Yes.
Put on quite a bit of size.
Oh yes.
But is someone that has tremendous experience. As Kotai pick up the attack from this northern end. And Narine.
I remember Lawrence, he began under 15 as a wicketkeeper batsman. Yeah. And then later on saw him doing left arm unorthodox and give away the keeping gloves.
Kotai tossed up, and this is driven by Narine. Cover. Feeler coming off the boundary. One more. To Narine. We make it 24. And Ronald Etienne. A hard-hitting player in Ronald Etienne comes into strike and feel to attacking position, one slip and very close sort of gully position, or maybe a second slip, backward point cover, sweeper on the offside and the long off. Scotty comes in bowl too, and he's coming forward and plays it to cover Akim Alexis. On the leg side, there's a long one. There's a mid wicket on the boundary, and there's a mid wicket, straightish mid wicket. Scotty right arm over. Bolton, he's looking to cut. He made no contact as this ball turned away from him. He's looking to hit it somewhere square. Etienne. This one he strokes down to long on, and the fielder Beggs comes off the boundary, and he ambles easy single. He's off the mark. Etienne is on 1. It's 103 for 4.
He's a sort of player that if he gets going, he can score a lot of runs at that level.
Narine comes in to strike. This shorter delivery again. He's cutting well. The backward point had to move to his right. So that allows the batsman to get one more. That's one more to Narine. Takes him on to 25. And the score 103. Make 104. As Etienne comes back into strike. And he's cutting also, but straight to that backward point fielder. There's no chance of a run. And yeah, there is a run now as overthrow as the ball was sent back, not collected cleanly. So one more to Etienne at the end of the over. And score 106. And we are in 16th over.
So Cyrus having a lot of work to do just behind point there. The batsman backing away and always hitting the ball couple about 3 times in this over. And Cyrus have to be doing the work there. But St. Mark continue to score runs despite their lost 4 wickets. What, some 26 overs? 16 overs. 16 overs. Losing 4 wickets. With the spinners now in operation, they will hope to collect a couple more wickets. The outside ring of fielders now in the catching position. Strong, and the big body of Etienne. All know him to like hitting the ball out of the ground. Well, let's see what's going to happen.
Cyrus continues to bowl too. He's coming forward, low appeal as that ball turned away from Etienne, and the keeper up with the appeal, but the umpire is on move. Good delivery. Cyrus. Okay, and Etienne is coming forward and play to cover. Alexis.
Getting some bunks and turn there is Cyrus.
He's bowling to 2 slips. And Etienne is looking to swing this one, and just again that ball turn and bunks taken by the first slip fielder. That's Johnson, captain of the St. George's team, but again he's extracting quite a bit of bunks and turn.
So let's see what that battle is going to be. The battle of the mind there. Let's see what's going to happen this time.
Covers up his Etienne and push it back along the wicket. A much better over bowling there by Cyrus. This is third over. He's up to the bowl. Etienne tossed up, and Etienne stroked this one down to long run and ambles an easy single.
A little bit of smart batting there by Etienne, equal to the task. Giving this one some extra height, and Etienne not taking the booze.
107 for 4. Narine on 26. For this delivery, short outside the off stump, and Narine allowed this one to go to outside the off stump. That completes another over bowled by Cyrus. He has 1 for 18 in 3 overs. Redheads so far in 6 overs. He had none for 42. St. Paul 5 overs, and he had 1 for 28. Beggs 2 overs. None for 12, and Cyrus 3 overs. He had 1 for 18. Cotter just had 1 over. It's 107 for 4. We had 17 overs being bowled, with 18 on 3, Narine on 26. Cotter going to pick it up from this northern end, and he's going to bowl to the right-handed and stocky Etienne. To Etienne, short delivery. Etienne is pulling well, and the fielder long and moving, and stop it just inside the boundary. 2 runs to Etienne. It's 109. Etienne score moves to 5. One would have thought that he probably should have done a lot more with that delivery.
Yeah, definitely so. That ball should be raced into the boundary, but he had more or less a little bit more timing rather than power.
Beggs on the long on boundary, and the mid wicket wide mid wicket just dropping back outside the off stump, and Etienne allowed it to go through. There's no chance of a run. Still bowling to 2 slips in Johnson and Forsyth, and backward point. They are covering Alexis. Short outside the off stump, and he's hitting that down to the cover. The fielder on the boundary comes in. It looks like hazard, and that's 1 more. 110 for 4 in over number 18. 18 on 6. Narine 26 comes back into strike. Scott Toy Again, leg spinner outside the off stump, not forcing the batsman to play.
Well, Carter seemed to just enjoying his work outside of there, just pitching the ball and get it moving away from the batsman. Let's see what happened again.
Tossed up, and this one he's out caught at point, and this one was tossed up. And Narine probably looking to hit that one somewhere over long on, and just come off the edge and just seem to love up to that fielder at point, and who took a simple catch.
I don't think that Narine was in the correct position for playing that shot. Let's look at it again. And just pulling his body slightly away from the ball. That inner part of his body that should be going onto the ball, the power, and giving an easy catch to Cyrus in the point region. So an inning that should have continued at that level, should continue. Again, we have seen the batsmen getting into the 20s and going out, not staying long enough and batting, and I don't think that this is what St. Mark would like to enjoy here.
But Narine, that's the sort of player he is. He really, I think he was not in the right position to hit that ball over long on where he was looking to hit it, and the ball actually turning away from him. Really, if you're not in the right position, get fully under that delivery, and it took the edge, and it was an easy catch to Cyrus at fielding at point. Net wicket, St. Mark's losing the 5th wicket, 110 for 5, and as you were saying, actually 225 look pretty way off. One would hope that there would be some form of partnership. We know Etienne as a good player, who we haven't seen for quite a while, and seem to be Narine. That's Micah Narine. He's the captain of St. Mark's. That's going in there. And again, actually, these players would have all come through the system in terms of the under 15 cricket.
Yeah,
they come through the under 19 cricket. Narine, and these are conditions certainly that would help the bowling of people like Narine. He bowls really well.
Oh yes.
We're looking at 200, 225 is possible, but 150 can also be very challenging. The sun is not shining brightly. There's no threat of rain, but just a little bit of cloud around, and it's condition that will really suit good swing bowling.
Definitely so. Kotoy is continue to enjoy his exploits outside of there, bowling a good length.
Narine. And this he's looking to cut a shortish delivery and made no contact, and that's complete the second over bowled by Kotoy. And St. Mark's, after winning the toss and batting, they are 110 for 5, and we had 18 overs being bowled.
Well, Kotoy continued to bowl well, just on line of the off stump and moving further away from the batsman. You got to get yourself in good position, as we see. I've seen Narine did not do, and he got himself out. And after winning the toss and 110 for 5, getting to lower order after 18 overs, St. Mark's will have to dig deeper. They have to get a good partnership and ensure that they have runs on the board that they can defend. Although any total cricket game of glorious uncertainties, as this one from
Cyrus, this one is hit down to mid-wicket, the fielder on the boundary. Etienne not getting hold of this one. I think he was looking to lift it somewhere over mid-wicket, but he picked up a single in the process. Takes the score on to 7. It's 111 for 5. We are in over number 19. The right-handed Micah Narine comes into strike. Cyrus in his 4th over. So far picking up 1 for 19. A very slow period as it's tossed up, and this one is Narine is looking to hit somewhere through the cover. Covers make no mistakes, make no contact there as it's taken by the keeper. time he's coming forward. Peel, let's see. We'll wait on the umpire signal. Probably, let's see. It goes just over the slip and
It's a bye.
by signal. It seemed to hit the keeper's pad and just went over the first slip. And the run a by. It's 112 for 5.
Keeper Morales is still holding the ball appealing.
Etienne get a good delivery, and this will go down to a backward point and playing with the turn, but good length delivery by Cyrus, and he steered it down and he picked up one more.
Yeah, Etienne showing good skills outside of there, and it's all well to see experience in cricket.
113 for 5. And Narine again is beaten by a beauty as he covered up, and that ball really spun across him and taken by the keeper. Really good delivery.
I think Narine has played a different game outside here. I don't think that is the game that is played here. He is called by Etienne, and have a little word with him, and let's see what's going to happen. Very interesting period. 113 for 5.
Cyrus to Narine, and he covers up and plays this one in front of him on the offside.
This one just a little bit faster.
And that complete another over by Cyrus in his 4th over. So far he has 1 for 15. After a few more words from Ashley, Justin's going to take up the commentary.
Well, we continue to see some good cricket from St. George's coming back into the game, picking up 5 wickets and having much control over the proceedings here. St. Mark will have to really dig deep. A good partnership from these two could get them to our next 100 run. And let's see what's going to happen. Welcome back.
Thank you, Ashley. And you too, I think very soon will vacate your seat again.
Oh,
yeah. Serious Cotoy on his way and a delivery outside the off stump, and Etienne stretching forward, not quite getting to the pitch of it, allowing it to spin away into the gloves of the keeper, and there is no run.
A very interesting period outside there.
Yeah. Yes, here is Cotoy again to Etienne. Etienne off the back foot, cuts it away, down pass by backward point. They gone for one. That will run into the boundary. It probably will. Good bit of footwork there. Football, but we'll see if he manages to stop it, but they may still come back for 4 based on the fact that he has to come back. And yes, good running in the end. So the fielder couldn't recover in time after going over the ropes, and as a result the batsman got front. Etienne, despite that he has put on some weight, he has always been a very busy player and very, very, very busy between the wickets.
Yeah, that is kind of cricket, and especially in that situation when knowing that 5 wickets down, he will try to get almost every run possible.
We're in over number 20, 117 for 5 St. Mark, and Cotoy, the Volcano player, all-rounder. He just flipping the ball from hand to hand and begins to move in now, passes the umpire to ball to Etienne. Etienne gets one shot and pulls this time over the wicket. Probably that's what he should have done earlier. You were commenting on, Ashley.
Yes.
And this time hitting it powerfully over the man at mid wicket, and no chance for the fielder and the deep mid wicket or even the wide long on to cut that off. He bisected them both and went away to the boundary for 4. He goes though. Etienne goes to 16 from 17 deliveries, 121 for 5.
Well, what he had done there this time, he had put both timing and power. The first one he just did timing and placement, but at this time he had really put all 3, the combination, and received the reward for it.
Yes, as Cotoy. Yes, again still flip. Just making a slight adjustment to the field. Asking the fielder at backward point to come around to his right a bit more, and he comes in now to bowl 288 and gets one shot aside the off stump this time. Probably looking to hit it too hard. Not really looking to time it now, looking to really blast it through the offside. The ball coming off the inner portion of the bat and going hard into the ground and bouncing away towards Bronson. The St. George's captain at first sleep, the lone sleeper now. Not the attacking field that we saw earlier. As here now is Cotoy on his way to bowl a delivery which is played away again on the offside. Square wicket on the offside, and that looked like Cyrus who just comes in to do the fielding.
Slip could be something slip could be a very lonely place. Sometimes you are lonely, no one to talk to.
Yes. Here is Cotoy on his way to bowl again to Etienne. Etienne off the back foot and cuts again and will get the single in the end as there is a bit of untidy work there at backward point by
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Yes.
And he's done some good work and he has done a few things with Taddy.
Lapse of
As-
concentration.
Yes, as the over comes to an end. At the end of it, said Mark there 100 and what, 128 it is for 118 for 5.
It's
Square.
another mix over again from Kotoy, just losing the concentration in length a little bit, but he has continued to bowl well in any way and trying to be very economical in what he's doing. St. George's looking to continue to pin the batsmen down with a number of dot balls, but St. Mark with ETN always looking to get runs and continuing to play well.
So for Cyrus, there is the extra slip. Kotoyu is coming to slip, so there are 2 slips for Etienne against Cyrus, who moves in now from the southern end to bowl to Etienne. Etienne gets one down the leg side, sweeps
That's
and
gone.
sweeps well, and that will go for 4. So bad delivery by Cyrus, and delivery which is into the pad, and Etienne down on one knee and just sweeping it down behind square for 4. So Etienne moves quickly. He's on 21 of 21 deliveries, 126 for 5. We're in over number 21, St. Mark. And of course this.
So it's a lot of 21 is taking place.
Yeah.
21 is 21, 21st over. He's on 21 and of 21 deliveries.
If you are a betting man, you would have probably gotten a play-away ticket today. Play 21 and whatever that is supposed to be. What's 21 actually?
Well, I don't know at all.
You're not a betting man.
Not at all.
Cyrus, on the top of his mark, just waiting. Just having a chat with the St. Mark captain. And of course, Mike and Narine. Maybe something has to do with the field placing, maybe. I just think the suckle is in effect in this tournament, Ashley, no?
I'm not too sure about it.
No, that restriction, I don't think.
Restriction is no, it's not there. It's not there.
Right. So Etienne will settle again and wait for Cyrus, who will begin to move in again to bowl to him. Etienne gets one this time on the leg, and again just playing it slowly out on the onside. And as you were saying, only always looking for a single.
Always looking for runs. That's ATN. That's his kind of cricket.
Yeah. So Cyrus, he comes in again to bowl to Etienne. Etienne this time is on the back foot. Probably was a quicker one and has to dig in behind the line of it and play it out towards short extra cover to probably the most probably placed out towards the man who is most visible on the field with the orange boots.
Oh yes.
No one could really missed him.
Not at all.
Himself and of course Bronson with a very brightly colored cap also, so easily identifiable. The delivery played up on the onside by Etienne, of course, and there was no run. So Cyrus picks up and goes back to his mark and flicks the ball again from hand to hand and comes into bowl to Etienne, who turns it away on the onside. A quick single attempted and the throw comes in. Probably if you had a struck hit, it would have been interesting.
Very much so. But this is good, excellent, and exciting cricket. Just touch and go. Always liking to see that kind of cricket, especially in the limited overs part of it.
Yes, and of course Micah too is pretty decent running between the wicket. So they're 2 breezy little players basically. Well, little not in terms of size, but I guess you understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Delivery outside the off stump, which is just left to be. Michael looked at it and as the Australian say he didn't like it, he lets it go.
So at the end of the over, St. Mark continue to bat and continue to build that partnership. 5 wickets down in the middle of the game, and in the middle of the inning, I think looking for at least 200 runs is still in the making once these 2 batsmen continue to bat and to bat well.
We shall see as Phil Crony comes back in the hot seat again, and I feel as St. Mark, as you're saying, looking to consolidate. I think it's consolidation time for St. Mark. They have lost a few wickets in the last hour and a half. I think one expected probably they would have been a little bit more advanced. As you see, the captain of St. George's taking up the attack, Bronson. And
Justin, at 127 for 5, they certainly will be looking to get pretty close to 200.
Serious Bronson, right arm over the wicket. What looked like off spin, but produce a full toss, which Etienne just plays up towards long on. The fielder comes off the boundary, begs to do the fielding, and there's a single for Etienne. He goes on to 23. Micah Narine has been there for, it looked like eternity, but he's only faced 6 deliveries. He's not yet scored. As here is Bronson on his way to bowl to Narine. Narine comes forward and plays it up on the, I should say Micah, because we lost one of the Narine previously to him, so just call him by his first name, Narine. And Micah plays it up on the onside. Bronson skipped across to do the fielding, and there was no run. Here is Bronson again on his way to bowl to Micah. Micah, just a delivery line, badly line, just line her on the pad and look at to turn it away on the onside. And more pad than, yes, as confirmed by umpire Mark, the ball coming off the pad and dropping away on the onside, and a leg by was hard. So another extra goes into the scorebook. Takes the score on to 129 for 5. We're in over number 22. Here now is Bronson again to Etienne, and Etienne driving up on the offside, and Bronson tumbling away to his right to do the fielding and managing to just parry it out on the onside. Probably just doing some repair to his boot, and there is no run.
Yeah, and Johnson just trying to keep things very tight. He's just bringing the ball from outside the off stump into the right-hander.
Here he is again, Bronson on his way to bowl. A delivery this time, not too bad a delivery, and Etienne going across towards the off stump and just allowing it to go through to the keeper. So just tempting the batsman outside the off stump. There is Bronson, just hanging it out there. And he has doesn't have a slip for him. As here he is now again, and Etienne drives again back up the wicket. So tidy walk by Bronson. Good over by him. One which saw the Etienne remaining on 23. Micah has not yet scored. 129 for 5 is the latest score here.
Yeah, and Bronson in this is over Johnson, just trying to keep things tight. Yeah, being able to trying to bring the ball from outside the off stump into the right-handed batsman. One delivery which was a bit straighter, and we saw Narine looking to turn somewhere down to long leg, just coming off the pad and going to backwards, so he pick up one extra. But just trying to keep things tight, coming off a few pieces, just some seamers, and just trying to keep things tight.
Cyrus will want to continue that type of work too from the southern end. As he comes in out to bowl to Micah. Micah gets one on the legs, well pitched up, and just turns it up towards straight mid wicket, and he can score. The score remains on 129 for 5 at the start of over number 23. Etienne, Cyrus, a delivery well tossed up, and Micah coming forward and pushing it up towards extra cover. Here is a delivery again outside the house, and this is wider, and Micah has no interest, just allow it to go through. Of course, this live feed is being carried by Cricket West Indies, and I think it's a really great thing for cricket and local cricket more so. A delivery which is probably quicker outside the off stump and turning away from the batsman, and Micah is in defense and plays it up on the offside. So here is Cyrus again on his way to bowl to Micah Narine, and delivery which is again played out this time, opens the face of the body, goes for a very quick single and getting it in the end. So good single taken by the batsman to take the total on to 130 for 5, nearing the end of over number 23. Etienne, he's on 23. Micah Narine has just gotten off the mark eventually. He's on 1. It has taken all of 13 deliveries and get off the mark. But that I don't think is the main issue. I think St. Mark would want to bat their overs out. Delivery which appealed by the fieldsman. But delivery which was probably a bit too high and just going down the leg side, if anything.
Yeah, pitch outside leg stump, and Etienne is looking to hit somewhere over square leg. But this over by Sarah was just a bit fast. One would have thought that you could slow it up a bit, to give the ball some more air, so it caused the batsman to think a bit. I thought that this over was on the far side, and didn't create the kind of problem that you would have created in the previous over. I think most of the deliveries were outside the off stump. The batsman was just was allowed to allow it to go through. But it might be well advised just to give it some more air and have the batsman thinking.
Here is Bonson again on his way to bowl. This time Michael Narine flicks it up on the onside straight towards the man at mid-wicket, and he can't score. The score remains on 130 for 5. Michael Narine is on 1. Facing his 15 delivery now from Bronson, comes in on bowls to Narine. Narine drives up towards long off and should get a single. He does. As the fielder on the long off boundary comes in, St. Paul to do the fielding. And there's a single there for Narine to double his score. Goes to 2. And it brings Etienne back on strike. He's on 23 from 30 deliveries. 131 for 5. Here is Bronson again, and this time he's down the track. Etienne and looking to hike it away, but the delivery was probably a little quicker, a little wider. Bronson probably seen him coming and would have just pushed it a little bit wider away from him. And it's funny though, Crony, I thought the keeper could be keeping up to the stumps with that piece.
Yeah, well, Bronson is off. Johnson is off a few steps, but does push it through. I guess it speaks to the level of the keeper.
They'll be outside the off stump, and this time Etienne is allowing it to go through to be taken by the keeper.
The fact that Etienne has used his feet, they're trying to hit somewhere over long on. It might be wise for him just to come up a bit.
Want to keep him in his crease. Of course, he's doing that now. I think been suggested by the captain or maybe one of the senior men on the field. So he's up to the stumps now, which we thought he should have been from the start. Here is the Bronson again to Etienne. Etienne cutting down behind point, and there is no run. So Qatar is there, and he remains on 23. 2 to Michael Narine, 131 for 5 as we come into the end of over number 24. And Bronson so far, who has been pretty tidy in his coming to the end of his second over, delivery outside the off stump again, which Etienne stylishly allowed to go through to be taken by the wicketkeeper. At the end of it, 131 for 5, 23 it is still to Etienne, 2 to Michael Narine. And that's the latest score here. We're talking earlier, Crony, about the fact that this live broadcast is also carried by Cricket West on the Cricket West Indies website. So lots of coverage.
Yes, I think the fact that we are in the region here, it's a little bit starved, but there's not much cricket around. I think it's good. Wherever you could have cricket being carried, that persons have the opportunity to view, to follow cricket. I think certainly it's a plus in terms of having cricket being viewed can be viewed right around the world and the region in particular. We know that in St. Vincent there's this T10 going to start. This T10 is going to start probably just, I think, later in the week, which again going to give persons an opportunity to see that there's cricket in the region.
Yes, and with the delivery, second delivery of a quite bit of bounce. One of the things we've seen so far, at least we can say with the wicket this morning, Crony, has been the fact that there was quite some bounce on offer for not only the slower bowlers but also the quicker bowlers, and good pace, good carry too. Delivery again outside the off stump. Michael Narine just kicking it away outside the off stump. Cyrus leg breaks to the right hander, so there is no real threat of the ball coming back. You haven't seen him bowl the googly. I don't know if you recognize it this morning. Again, another leg spinner beating Narine outside the off stump. And he has really been, as you said, I thought just ripping it through. Probably need to give it some more hang time. Allow the ball to bite and turn. Because he has gotten some support. The wicket has really supported both pace and spin. Series again to Narine, and this time again going for a big hit. And the delivery spinning away and just passing the outside edge, taken by the keeper. So interesting times. 131 for 5 as we come into the end of over number 25, and a delivery which is just dropped in front of him by Narine to end the over. Another quiet over by Cyrus, I think
it's very
may have been a maiden. I think it. Can't remember
yeah.
there's a
As
run
you
in that.
said, it's very evident in terms of the bunks we are seeing of the wicket. We saw the fast bowlers this morning were able to extract quite a bit of bunks. They were also able to get a bit of movement, particularly the ball leaving the right hander. But the over by Cyrus again coming through quite a bit, and you would realize that when he slows it up or you give it some airs and slows it up, it creates doubt. You also are able to extract more bunks. But you just need to slow it down a bit and use the air a bit more.
So here is Bronson Johnson. A delivery which is almost coming off the inner portion of the bat and going down behind square on the onside. Again, looking to probably go over the top. Looking not so much for timing, but looking for power. And not the ball just coming off the inner portion of the bat and going away on the onside. There is no run. So 23 ATN remains. One time he was scoring at about a runner ball. He has slowed down significantly at the delivery game, which he didn't seem to know much about. Almost yucked himself, looking to come down the track a bit, and the ball coming off the inner half of the bat, the very bottom of the bat, and going away towards backward square. The fielder at a short fine leg came around to his left to do the fielding, and a single was had. So ATN goes to 24. Michael Narine, who is on 2, comes into strike and gets a delivery which he to pump down toward long on, but good work by Johnson. Comes around to his right and cut it off, and there is no run. So Narine remains on 2 from 22. It's been pretty slow going by him. Here is Johnson again over the wicket to bowl, and delivery which is again into the pad and tucked up towards mid on the field. That short mid wicket comes quickly across to his left and cut it off. So some good work inside the circle by the St. George's team, and they really need to put pressure on the batsmen, not giving them the easy singles. Here is Johnson again, this time a delivery outside the off, some cut and well fielded again. Cotter diving away to his right, and some pressure now being built up really by these two bowlers.
Yeah, good bowling by Johnson, just keeping it on good line of stump, Yorker length and just short of a length.
Michael Narine still on 2. He waits again for Johnson. This time again, some wheat outside the off stump, but can't capitalize. And another quiet, very quiet over. Just I think the single in the over. 132 for 5. We're done with 26 overs so far.
Yeah, good line by Johnson. Really seemingly bowling to his field. And even when that ball comes in and it was pushed off the pad, the fielder at mid-wicket, moving very quickly to his left and feeling, but has been able to slow things down. And I think the intention here is maybe to tie one in and let the attack come from that sudden end with the bowling of Daryl Cyrus.
Yes, and he's been bowling pretty well. I just say maybe just slow it up a bit, but his preferred choice, I think, just bowling the ball, probably just can bowl it into the surface. Get it to bite and turn. As we begin over number 27, Cyrus will continue. Cyrus so far has bowled 7 overs, so probably the captain may just bowl him straight through. I think that might be the plan.
Most definitely, that might be the plan, to let him bowl right through. In his 7th over, just need to just slow it down a bit, give the ball some more air.
As he comes in now to bowl to Etienne. Etienne drives up towards long off. The fielder comes off the boundary, just having to move about 10 meters to his left to do the fielding. And there is another single there for Etienne, takes him on to 25. So far, Cyrus, who is in his 8th over, he has bowled 7 overs, 1 maiden, 27 runs, 3 wickets. But the dots, 32 dot balls.
Just a shrinking of the slips. There's no 2 slips in position.
As here is Cyrus to Michael Narine, who plays it securely up towards long off, and there is another single for him. He goes to 3, and it takes the total to 134 for 5. We're midway in over number 27, and pretty cool conditions. Not much breeze out there. And here is Cyrus, delivery again, looking to drive outside the off stump and beaten by the leg break, turning away from him. And there's no run. Of course, he didn't make contact. You get the feeling, Cronin, the man at backward point could well be in business with shots like that. Cotter comes in really quickly, really rushing in Cotter from backward point.
Yeah,
I think yes.
Important position for the leg spinner. That backward point there with the ball turning away, we want to cut it. If you look to drive and not get hold of it, he's in business.
Again, beaten outside the off stump. Very well bowled that delivery. Just touching down around middle and off. And the batsman feeling for it to bring up the end of another Cyrus over at the end of it. 134 for 5 after number 27. And really St. Mark just grinding along. I think the thing for them now is really to bat till the end.
Yeah, much better over bowling by Cyrus. You could see that two of the deliveries which beat ATN as he came forward, and those deliveries was given more air. He didn't rush it through, but we also saw that the batsman was able to hit down to long off, stroke down to long off. So indication, that he's bringing the ball up not too fast, so he was able to stroke it. I think he has a better chance in terms of, an opportunity for a wicket, in terms of just slowing it down a bit and give the ball some more air.
Johnson will continue from the northern end, and he will be bowling to Mike and Narine. Narine gets on his bounce, and as I was saying, maybe that's the reason why the keeper choose to stand back, because this one really zipped through.
Yes, although he's coming off a few steps, but obviously he's what you call a strength bowler. He just get the ball to come to very quickly.
134 for 5 as here is now to bowl again to Mike Narine. Narine pulling this time. Oh, just over the top of mid-wicket, and it will go into the boundary for 4. So this time short one by Johnson. Narine giving it the full treatment.
Yeah, good shot by Narine, just over the mid-wicket fielder, but it's one of the few bad deliveries bowled by Johnson, and really played a good shot and hit it down to mid-wicket for 4.
Well, that's what they need to do. That's what they have to do. They got to keep the scoreboard ticking. Just stay there. The bad balls will come, and lots of overs still to be bowled. Short outside the off stump, and this time Michael Narine not making contact, looking again, probably no for more power again, and probably just losing his shape, so to speak, and not making contact.
Yeah, looking to beat the backward point there.
Yeah, here is Johnson again on his way to bowl to Michael, and getting one again that does make it look like if there is much more than we're seeing happening out there, but he's not a very tall man either. So he taps away and he but very experienced, one of the most experienced players in St. Mark right now. See, as a delivery again, which is just probably, if anything, just drifting in to off stump, and it comes across and plays it up towards mid wicket, and there is no run as Johnson comes close to the end of the over. Just one delivery left in over number 27.
Narine, as I said before, Justin would have come through the ranks, and on the 15, on the 19, particularly on the 19.
So he's very compact as delivery shorter side the off stump. This time he goes onto the back foot, opens the face of the bat, and Cotter is there again in that key position at backward point to do the fielding, and there is no run. So at the end of it, at the end of 28, 138 for 5. Etienne is on 25. Michael Narine is on 7.
And Johnson continues to bowl, keep his line, off stump line, with the exception of that one short delivery that he bowled, and Narine give it a full treatment. But he has maintained bowling off stump line just outside the off stump, trying to angle the ball back into the bat, and he continues to keep things fairly tightly from his end.
So Johnson so far has bowled 4 overs, no maidens, 7 runs, and he has taken no wicket. So it's been 1 to Bex, to Cyrus, who is continuing from the southern end. He's in over number 9, starting over number 9. So far 1 for 28 comes in on delivery, which is steered away by Etienne. And down towards deep cover. The Beggs comes off the deep cover boundary to do the fielding, and there's a single there to take him on to 26 and bring Michael Narine back on strike on 7. 139 for 5, so inching closer and closer probably to that total you were talking about, Crowley.
Yeah, 200, 180. I think is scores that is really can be challenging. Remember, St. David's only got 164.
Yes, so which is on the outside the leg, down the outside the legs, probably just coming off the pad of Narine, as he looked to play it fine away on the onside. And there is no run as St. Paul comes away from just behind square on the onside. Short position and does the fielding. There is no run. And again, a delivery which is choked up on the onside, but again, just not really managing to hold on to it. Shot firmly. Cyrus probably should have done better there. Allows a single towards long on to take Narine to 8 and to bring Etienne back on strike on 26, 140 for 5. Midway in over number 29. And Cyrus comes in again. This time shorter side, you have some steer away towards backward point. Can't beat Cotoy again at backward point.
Yeah, good feeling by the backward point there. Again, quicker delivery. And he was just looking to beat the backward point. But Cotoy moving quickly to his left and making a good stop. If that would have passed him, definitely would have been 4.
It's really good to see Cotoy just having a chat with the young bowler. You know, maybe just passing something on to him, and we're seeing a field change. So probably may have something to do with either the line, the speed, or something that he's bowling. Probably just giving him an advice. Probably telling him the same thing we were saying, just slow it up a bit as another player now comes into that backward point region. Another fieldsman for side comes into that backward point region. So it seems like the line of attack now would really be maybe to bowl a little bit full outside the off stump, ask Etienne to drive a bit more. Here is Cyrus, and delivery pitch probably around middle and leg, and the batsman just almost turned inside out a bit as he plays it out on the offside. But it's good to see Etienne back though.
Yes, very pleasing to see that he's back and so far has been playing a good inning.
Cyrus coming to the end of his 9th and coming to the end of over number 29. He comes in on bowls, delivery bounce a bit, and Etienne just got in behind it and played down on the offside, and there is no run. So at the end of it, Etienne and Mike are looking to rebuild for St. Mark.
Yes, and Etienne is, as you rightly said, so good to see him back playing at this level, and really seem to be playing a mature inning. We know him to be a striker of the ball, but so far he has been playing each ball on merit, and it's important for him to stay there. If St. Mark's is going to get up to maybe 180, 200, as the case may be.
Yes, he's played some cricket.
He played in St. Andrews.
Andrew, yeah. We outside you have some cut away by Michael, and Cotoy this time can't cut it off. The fielder will have a challenge. He can't get to it either. So a good shot, very good timing, good placement by Michael Narine. Delivery short and wide outside the off stump by Johnson. And given the treatment, he goes away for 4 to take Narine to 12. And to take the total on to 144 for 5, coming up to 150, and that landmark would, I guess you're looking forward to that.
A lovely shot by Narine, looking to pick that gap, and quite a few times he have been looking to pick that gap, but Cotoy have been able to was equal to it, hitting straight, but this one was a little to his right, and he was not able to hold it and went down to the backward point boundary for 4.
So delivery outside the off stump again and driven down towards, this time straight towards the fielder at deep extra cover, and there's a single again for Narine. So just opening up a little bit more, Narine, and they deliver 145 for 5. Over number 29, Narine goes on to 13. 26 is Etienne. He comes back into strike and waits for Johnson. Comes into bowl to him and delivery again outside the off and just a little bit too short maybe in this over so far by Johnson. That probably, yeah. So and just allowing the batsman, so they feel there will be some coverage now for him. And sometimes Crony, we've seen that so often that as soon as you bring the cover over, you know, some bowlers will bowl on the legs and the ball will go directly where you took the man away from.
Yeah, interesting field. Just 2 players on the leg side, a long one and a mid wicket on the boundary.
Yeah, it's a delivery outside the off someone. There he goes. But it was good thinking by Narine, because what he did is that he realized that the line they're looking to attack. So he got across the off stump pretty early, and I was able now to play that into a vacant area on the onside, in close to where the fielder was taken away from. Get that single.
I think you were probably looking to play that a little bit square, so you could have picked up 2.
Yeah. So again outside the off, someone driven straight through the bowler, and there will be another single this time for Etienne. So 148 for 5. Just one delivery left in this over from one leaguer delivery left in this over from Johnson. And Micah Narine is on 14. Twice as much, 28. Ronald Etienne. As Narine gets a delivery outside the off stump, too wide to interest him and allow it to go through to be taken by the wicketkeeper to bring the end of another over from Johnson at the end of it. Johnson has bowled 5 overs for 15 runs, 148 for 5 after 30. And after a few more thoughts from you, Raphael, it will be Ashley who will continue the commentary.
Yeah, and Johnson just being a bit short in this over. We saw the batsman was able to hit down the backward point. He was able to hit off the back foot to cover. And this is probably not one of his better overs. I don't know. Probably, I don't want to believe that he's getting a bit tired, but this one was fairly short in terms of most of the deliveries. And both batsmen look more at ease as we get to just past the middle stage of the overs. You find that both players are looking more comfortable, actually.
Yeah, definitely so. They assess the pitch. They have looked at what the bowlers have been doing and settling down themselves nicely. But Coney, if you look over the Granitang area where the rain normally come from, it is looking a little bit heavy out there. Not too sure if we'll get any rain, but a little bit cloudy out there. And in the rain season, we expect anything to happen.
Yeah, well, this is one of our major concerns in this particular game, because we did hear that the forecast wasn't too good for this weekend. But I think we can feel very pleased that this morning session, everything was okay. We was able to start. The sun was shining. I think we had some close to 30 overs being bowled for the morning already, and the weather have been good. One would hope that we are able to have enough play to at least have a result. As you know, this game is a critical game. Would determine which team goes on to meet St. David's tomorrow in the finals. And I do believe that it's going to be very competitive. When you look at the makeup of the team, we have quite a bit of top players for both teams. We've seen the Hodge, we've seen the Milius, and these players who would have played
the Qatar
who would have played, at West Indies level, and therefore we expect even the competition to be very keen. St. Mark's obviously would have been pushed back, losing those 2 early wickets this morning, the wicket of Milius and then Hodge. But I think we have to give the captain in Micah Narine, who came in and to me is playing a captain innings. He's staying there. And Etienne, who we haven't seen for a while, coming back and just seem to be playing a macho inning, just to make sure that they're going to bat as long as possible to get as close as possible to a score that they think would be able to be very, very competitive.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that the way these 2 batsmen have settled on themselves thus far, I think it's all good for St. Mark. Looking to get a pass score of just about 200 runs, if possible. And if they can really bat deeper, we expect to see them going on to just some 2 runs short of the 150, another 50 runs. And we're still in the 38 over. It's quite possible that they can get that kind of score. But it's good to see Etienne back playing cricket. Micah Narine, we have always known Micah for his smart captaincy at the under 15, at the under 19, and we all know that he's quite capable of doing those beat. One game I remember it was Jinpei Complex. Do you remember that game when we chasing 100 and it was 19? I think it was against St. Lucia.
Well, your memory is very good.
Yes, and I remember Narine went in and we wanted some 38 deliveries in 38 runs in 28 deliveries, and it said to me, "Coach, are going out there and we're going to win that game." And I remember he came out very small man at the time, and we won the game by 1 wicket. It was, and We're going to see Cyrus. Cyrus comes in on the bowl to Etienne. Outside line of the leg stump. He's sweeping this one away. And that will go into the boundary. Does no, it's maximum. That's 6 runs. That's a good hit from Etienne. And this take the score to 154. Etienne moves up to 34 in some 48 deliveries, 3 fours and 1 6 thus far. And he is looking quite comfortable outside here. I can see it, Coney.
Yeah, good shot by Etienne. Again, this one, Cyrus straight down the leg side, and he really picked it up and swept it over the backward square, and it went over the boundary for 6. Again, Etienne continued to build. He continued to show some his maturity, and really, when the ball is there to be hit, he's hitting it, and that was a pretty good shot.
Here is Cyrus. Taps the ball from left to right, comes in out the ball to Etienne. Etienne is dry. Oh, getting the edge of the bat this time, and not taken there by the wicketkeeper. Coney, I make it?
Yeah, and he was just driving there with his both feet, and he didn't put that left foot to the ball. Both feet was really stagnant there as he looked to drive and missed it.
We are in the 31st over. This time he is right in behind this one, play comfortable in front of him. The man in the backward point comes in and fields, short backward point fields, and there is no run. 154 for 5. We're in the 31st over. Send Mark after winning the toss and batting. They had a very lull moment, slow period, but it seemed that they had picked up as he comes in and bowled. This time you're allowing it to go through outside the off stump. Javan Andrew, the wicketkeeper, collects, and there is no run. Captain Branson is standing there in the first slip with a bright red cap, and really has some work to do here for his team. This time he's driving back to the bowler who fields well. Very smart bit of fielding by Cyrus. We are seeing him taking a very smart catch earlier on to dismiss one of the batsmen. Can't remember his name now, but anyway, he's back in. Just abutting his run a little bit. Passes now for the umpire. Cyrus to Etienne on the back foot, punching this one away. A man down in the square cover region fields. That's Beggs, and one more to the total. It moves to 155. It's 155 for 5 at the end of the 31st over. It's 35 to Ronald Etienne and 14 to Micah Narine. We're going to have Johnson, the manager of the St. Mark team. He'll be coming to speak to you, Cody.
155 for 5. We have 31 overs being bowled, and St. Mark's is really looking to consolidate nicely. As we were speaking before and thinking about maybe 200, 225. We talk about 180. But so far, this pair have been doing very well. Narine has been playing a captain's inning, and Etienne, who has shown all his experience, has really been playing a mature inning, and really at 155 for 5 with 31 overs, they can still get up to 200, 220, 225 as the case may be. As I say, good afternoon to Johnson, one of the main persons in terms of the organization of the St. Mark's team, also a member of the vice president of the Grenada Cricket Association. Johnson outside the off stump, and Etienne looking to cut, made no contact and taken by the keeper. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Croney, and it's nice to be here.
155 for 5. We are in the 32nd over. This one is played more to the pad, push on the onside, and the opportunity to pick up a quick one. One more by Etienne, and the score moved to 156 for 5. You're probably a bit really happy in terms of what you have seen today, or a little bit disappointed. Narine outside the off stump, and he's looking to hit to cover. It went bouncing out to the cover, and there's no chance of a run.
Well, not happy. I would have thought at this stage we lose less wicket, but at the same time we are comfortable where we are presently. We have two of the most experienced players in the wicket, and I'm certain that we will get past that 200.
Yeah, you probably were really disappointed to lose two of your main batters very early this morning in 100 millions.
Well, of course, I was expecting some more from them, but that's a game of cricket.
And Narine is choking this one back on the offside. Good feeling by Johnson as he moved to his right. 156 for 5. Any thought in terms of what you think in the obviously sort of score you'd want the team to put on the board?
Well, initially, I was looking at 300, but at the present, anything above 220 would be a reasonable score.
Reasonable score, 220. The end of the 32nd over, it's 156 for the loss of 5 wickets. And just your thought, I mean, you've been Vice President of Grenada Cricket Association, and here it is that we're trying to finish this tournament. It was started sometime in February. Is there anything you think we probably could have done better in terms of making it, bigger?
Well, of course, the condition under which the game is played, is not regular, not normal times, So I believe that the Grenada Cricket Association have done well to even get the competition to resume. I believe that the more you could expose young people to the game of cricket is good for them. So while I understand the limitation and so on, I think that the GCA would have done well to get cricket back in the country. I think this is what is most important.
Yeah, and certainly in the area of St. Mark's in terms of cricketers, obviously you have been one of the main persons in terms of making sure that cricket is played in St. Mark's. There are a number of young people that's involved in cricket. What are some of the challenges that you would face particularly in that parish of St. Mark's?
Well, the issue in St. Mark's basically is grounds. We only have one major ground in St. Mark's, and that has been our...
this ATN as Kem Charles pick up the attack from that southern end off spin of Kem Charles, bowl into just one slip as in his second delivery. ATN is back and pushing it down to mid wicket, and there's no chance of a run as the fielder just changing. I think that's foresight would have gone down to the mid wicket boundary, just changing in terms of mid wicket position. Short delivery, and this one is swung. Let's see where it goes. It goes down to mid wicket for 4, just to the left of this square leg, and that went into the boundary for 4. Good shot by ETN, and that takes the score to 160. ETN continues to play a very good inning. He's on 40, and St. Mark's continue to press on. Just back to some of the challenges you face in St. Mark's.
Yes, as I was saying, the issue there in St. Mark's is the issue with limited grounds, and so we have one major ground, and that has been our biggest challenge. Nevertheless, we have been dealing with this situation for years.
Charles and 18 is coming forward, push in front of him, no chance of a run.
And therefore, we have not let this keep the to hinder the progress and the stride we have made in the sport.
And this one, well, ETN trying to reverse shot there and really was not in position, and that all went down to long leg. He's coming back for 3. This good run in there, good running by Narine as he picked up 3 runs, attempting to play the reverse shot, and obviously you ended up in some tangle, and that ball went down for 3 byes. 163.
Yeah, so we allow the situation that exists. We work with it. Work along with it and so on. And we have had some great success in St. Mark's with respect to young people moving on to the national team at various levels.
And Narine is pushing this one on the onside again. No chance of a run. That completes the over. It's 33 overs bowled, 163 for 5, and that's the first over bowled by Kem Charles. Again, you'd have faced, besides the ground, how difficult it has been in terms of getting players for St. Mark's. I know you can boast about a number of young players who have made it not only to the under 15 team or the under 19 team, but players who would have represented Grenada, and by extension, I think there was a few of them that went on to make the Winwoods team.
Of course, we had only recently we had Ronald Williams, who played for the Winwoods under 19. I think that was a tremendous achievement for us. Even the captain that is there now, captain the under 15 national team. So we have had and his nephew before him, Sunil Narine. So we have had some good success in St. Mark's, despite the limitation that we face.
So you have been producing and you continue to produce.
Oh yes.
Really, certainly in St. Mark's now trying to get into the finals of this major tournament. This ball going to run down to the boundary for 4 byes outside the off stump there, and Etienne looking to drive and makes no contact to also beat the keeper and went down to the boundary for 4 byes. By you into this very important tournament and could very well end up in the finals against St. David.
Yeah.
It's certainly an indication in terms of some work that have been done in St. Mark's, the commitment of the players, and being able to have a team to play at this level. I think it's something you probably is happy about. Johnson.
Of course, I think it's a lot to do with the dedication of the young men, the commitment on the part of the players, and of course we have a committed and dedicated management team in Mr. Rondell Batiste as coach, and we have Mr. Che Lugi as manager. So we have entrusted the responsibility of the St. Mark's team into their hands, and they have done a wonderful job so far.
Johnson to Narine. Narine is swinging, and let's see where this goes. Down to good stop by the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary, and he get one more short delivery, and he really pulled it well down to that position, but very close to the fielder who came around and make a good stop, and Narine pick up one more. But you speak about the management, and that's something maybe we could talk about a bit. As Johnson, this time to Etienne. Etienne is driving straight to cover, and Alexis is in that position. Ball bouncing and going straight to cover, and there's no chance of a run. Johnson bowling to a short third man, backward point, cover on the offside, full to the bat. Which is driven down to the long on, and Beggs in that position, collects, and there's another single. This partnership really continue to grow. Etienne, who has represented Grenada a while back. Short outside the off some Narine is cutting, and beautiful good stop by Qatar having to dive to his right. Ball that I think Narine would probably ask for to be bowled again. Really one that you should put away. But good stop, and that's the end of another over. 33 overs being bowled, and 163 for 5. St. Mark's continue to battle on. Yeah, we spoke about management, and
yes,
I think I must raise it because it's so important in terms of what happened in terms with our teams.
What you see there is a total team effort on the part of the management team that was put forward. I think they would have started the preparation for this tournament some 2 or 3 months prior to the resumption of the tournament. So despite not having a ground to do the training and so on, I think they use the Shanty Miller Cricket Ground, they use the McDonald College Ground, and therefore they were able to work along with the guys. And here we are today battling for a place in the final, and I'm certain that we will get there. I guess time will tell.
Etienne is looking to sweep their loud appeal. He's out leg before, and Kevin Charles pitching this one a bit straighter, and Etienne looking to hit across, maybe hit it over somewhere over mid-wicket, missed, and the appeal went up, and umpire Hola sort of upheld the decision, and Etienne would have to depart for a very good inning. Let's see, and that's the loss of the 6th wicket, St. Patrick's, St. Mark's, and really a big blow struck there by St. George's.
Well, of course, but as I said, we have in the arsenal of the St. Mark's team a number of experienced batsmen, and of course the youngster that is now coming in is Covin Gangadin, one of the youngsters who had represented the Windwards, represented Grenada for a number of years. I think his experience and so on is critical in the middle there with the captain. And I'm not bothered by the loss of Etienne despite his experience and so on. I think we have the
You believe that you have enough runs?
not enough runs, but that's it. We have the artillery in the back there that would
That you
that would push that total gun to go past the 300. We still have Narine Belfont, another national player, in the back there, and so I'm confident. I'm comfortable that we are striving towards the mark that we set ourselves. And of course, it's a matter of we go outside and defend whatever we put on the board.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you. 170 for 5. Obviously, it's runs on the board that have to be made. But again, I also want to see that St. Mark's continue to produce quite a number of national players. And as you say, Gangadin, who has now come into bat, just played for the Windwards in the under 15 tournament, I think a couple of years ago.
He played for 3 years.
3 years, and we have done so well. So again, St. Mark's continue to produce more and more cricketers that have not only represented Grenada, but the Windwards. Charles is going to bowl to the right-handed Covin Gangadin. Known for his bowling, more known for his bowling, but really a good middle order batsman. That type of player that stays in the wicket, does not give away his wicket. Charles, and he's bowling to one slip, and for this delivery, Gangadin is coming forward and plays it on the offside, and there's no chance of a run. Charles once again to Gangadin. Again, he turning this one down to leg slip position there. Foresight coming around quickly, and appeal there as the ball hit the stump, but John Mark, square leg umpire, is on move. Really good feeling as he move quickly, pick it up with his right hand, and there's no chance of run. Johnson, anything you would want to say in terms of you would have known what is happening in terms of cricket in Grenada, and maybe some areas you think that we could look to improve or make better in terms of particularly your parishes?
Of course, it is said that the charity begins at home, and I believe that the strength of the Grenada cricket depends on the strength of the parishes and the parish councils and so on. So therefore, it's critical that
this is pushed back on the offside. Alexis, who's at cover, just strolls in pick up. Again, no sense of aggression. Gangadin just pushing on the offside. Kevin Charles. And this time he's looking to play off the back foot, the backward point, make no contact, and taken by the keeper at the end of his second over, picking up the important wicket of Ronald Etienne.
Yeah, so I was saying it's depending on the parish councils to lift the game and so on, and make sure that they have functioning competitions and so on. I believe that what we saw here in this competition thus far, it's an indication of as to the potential that exists throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. So it's a matter of harnessing those talents, and of course giving them the kind of exposure that is needed to get them to the next level. So I think Grenada Cricket Association, its success rests on the functionality of the parishes to play their role in producing the kind of talent that Grenada need to produce or to perform at the highest level. We have had some quality cricketers over the years, representing our country. So I believe the talent is there. It's a matter of harnessing those talents and of giving them the kind of exposure.
Yeah, and finally, your assessment of you have seen St. David's, you have seen St. George's, you have seen St. Patrick's. Your assessment in terms of what you have seen in terms of the players, the standard of cricket, and particularly coming off this COVID period, we would have played the preliminary games, and then we get into these semi-finals. And you could just give us your assessment of what you have seen, your thinking, your view of what you have seen. Well, this is taking on the pad. He's going to go for a leg by St. Paul it is. Pick it up from the northern end. And Gangadine there looking to turn down the leg side. Just come off the pad and go down to long leg for 1. 171 for 6. We are in the 36 over as Narine, right-handed Narine, the captain of the St. Mark's team, comes in to strike. And no slips. Third man on the boundary, backward point, cover mid-off, sweeper. Again, this one is played nicely off his leg down to a square leg position. It should be just 1 there. Probably is, should have been 2 there. The fielder from mid-wicket having to run to his right. That's 1 more to Narine. Score is 172 for 6 as we are in the 36 over. St. Mark's toss today and electing to bat 172 for 6. St. Paul, right arm over the wicket. This one is turned down to long leg, and Gangadine is off the mark. No, he's on 2. 173 for 6. Your assessment of what you have seen so far?
Yeah, I say I like what I saw from most of the team. I think we have seen a number of youngsters on show during the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I think the future look bright for Grenada cricket, as a number of youngsters, particularly from
this one again, swinging down the leg side, and it comes off the pad. Let's see, the umpire is going to signal another leg by. That's Narine again looking to turn down the leg side, just coming off the pad. 174 for 6.
Yeah, so a number of youngsters we saw on show here, and I think I say it's good for Grenada cricket. It's I look at St. David's, for example, a number of youngsters who would have played under 15 were part of the St. David's team. So too the St. Mark's.
A good delivery, and it's play to cover. Alexis picks up some ball starting outside the off and coming into the right-handed batsman.
So we saw good talent here during that tournament, and I think working along with the players from the Volcano squad could only add to help them to develop the game. So as I said, the sky is the limit, and so on. It's a matter of them to go and use that experience to develop the game.
This one, you're looking to steer. There's Ganga. You're looking to steer outside the off. So made no contact, and that completes another over. And Johnson, let me thank you very much and wish you the best. You aim to battle St. George's, trying to get to the finals. All the best.
Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing the game, seeing you, to meeting St. David's tomorrow.
Thank you. St. Mark's continue to push on. I welcome back Ashley. The sun is shining brightly. No,
well, whenever I come, the sun will always be there, Connie.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing to see the sun back in its glory here at the National Stadium with St. Mark. 174 for 6 in the 37th over beginning. Micah Narine is on 16, Gangadin is 1. So Gangadin facing up to Charles it is. Comes in on board. This batsman is taking this one off the pads down to final leg. Sliding there is the fieldsman in Foresight, and they cross for 1. Take this score to 175 for 6. And Gangadin getting his second run. So St. Mark trying to get to at least 200, which should be a good score here, Coney, I believe. As he comes in again and bowl to Micah Narine. Narine is on the back foot and play through the long on region. long on region, and there is one more to the total. The total moved to 177 for 6.
But whatever happened here, actually, at 176 or 6, I do believe we have already a challenging score. Um, when you look at probably the bowling of St. Mark's, you look at the batting of St. George's, one could think that is already challenging. So I think anything after 176 really going to be a plus for St. Mark's.
As this one to Gangadin, plays up on the offside there, and no run. Let's comes in again and bowl to Gangadin, getting one outside of the Ostrom, driving Alexis Fields, and there is no run. One of the comments that from Johnson, that of the parishes, we come back to that now. While comes in outside the Ostrom, loud appeal for caught behind, and is given. So the young man will have to go. St. Mark's loses their 7th wicket. Gangadin caught behind of the bowling of Charles, and he only got 2 runs.
Yeah, it was outside the off stump, shortish delivery, and Gangadin off the back foot looking at it square, and the appeal went up. Although look very, very disappointed when given the decision, but certainly the appeal went up, and he was given out. Probably we look at the replay in a while, see what happens there. But good another blow struck there by St. George's.
Yes, with the Johnson was making mention of that of the it all lies with the parishes, and with good leadership within the parishes, I always believe cricket will continue to grow. But some of the parishes a little bit struggling now, and I think that once the people with the foresight can get on board, the people with that kind of wisdom could get on board. I think that just looking at the replay.
Yeah, well, certainly, if there was nothing else close to the ball, really and truly, the bat was the closest to the ball. So one would have, felt that the umpire made the right decision. But just getting back to Johnson's discussion, there were 2 points that he raised. One was the parishes, in terms of the parishes. This is where the strength of the Cricket Association is. And the second one, I think, which is so important, is management. I believe it's critical. It's a key area in terms of management. If you have strong management, certainly you will get result. You will get benefit if you are able to manage properly.
Management in the broad sense of it, managing people, managing everything. Let's say St. Paul's from the broadcast end comes in out to bowl to Narine. Narine is getting one to cut back into him sharply, but he's well behind it and pushed it along the ground. They get a single. And one more to Mike and Narine. He moves to 17, and the score we're giving a little while.
177.
177 for 7. The new batsman in. We do not have. Would it be Royal Williams? It might just be Royal Williams. That seemed to be Williams outside of there, and. Here is St. Paul ball to Williams, ball taken high on the pad. The batsman now showing that he's in a little bit of pain, trying to shake it out. And there is no run. 176 for 7.
Yes, this delivery from St. Paul, again, cutting into the batsman and probably hit him high up on the thigh. And normally, actually, when you get hit there without a tie pad, it sort of stings, it sort of leave a mark. Yes.
Here is St. Paul's. Comes in now, passes the umpire and ball to Williams. Played it through short, wide mid-wicket, and there is one more. 2 wickets off the mark, and the score moves to 177 for 7. St. Paul's walking back to his mark, very much thinking, looking to get the wickets all the time. Fast bowlers as he comes in, turns now and comes in, 20 on his back, comes in and bowl to Narine, driving, and not getting to the pitch and getting the ball where you really want to get it. Alexis take it on the first bounce and there is no run. A shot that really he had committed himself to, but not placing it the way he wanted to place it. And there is no run. Micah Narine, captain of the St. Mark team, comes in now. Here is St. Paul ball to him and he's looking to pull one from just outside of your stump there, and there is no run taken by keeper Andrew. And St. Mark 176 for 7. It's a good total so far, bearing in mind that last week we had 164.
Yeah, well, I said earlier on too that if they get up to 180, I think it's a good challenging score. 176.
So 178, so it's 2 runs short of your total. Comes in and no, that's a good delivery. The batsman had to get down and really jelly fleck to this one, and there is no run. Akim Alexis fields 178 for 7. We are in the 38th over of the St. Mark inning after winning the toss and batting. Batty is one of the managers of the Grenada under 15, under 19, and also Winward is outside there and looking on. St. Paul bowls. This is a short one. The batsman in the end taking evasive action, getting ready to pull, and the umpire signals a wide. So it's 1 more to the total, takes it to 179, and Cody, once they reach 180, they are in the safe zone, according to you.
But I think they're very comfortable place where they are right now. I think they're pretty comfortable, but they probably would get up to 200. I think the partnership between AT and Narine, I thought really
was really significant. Comes in on ball, hitting inside out, getting there, 1 bounce, and 1 more to Narine, so he moves now to 19 and the score on to 180. 180 for 7 in the 38th over.
Yeah, whatever happened, I think it will be a good match. I think there's a competitive score. We look at both teams. We look at the bowling of St. Mark's, who's really not bad. I mean, they say Mike and Narine, and they have been able to bowl well. As we said before, Mike and Narine is a very intelligent cricketer. He would have come through the system. And I think the difference here going to be the leadership in terms of leading outside there. So the better captain that be able to make the right decision, right judgment, I think we really could see a very interesting game.
Yeah, very much interesting statement, Cody. We always have to remember too, the team that makes the most runs is the winning team.
Certainly.
So we're going to look at Charles. He's going to pick up the attack from the road end, or the river road end of the ground, and he'll be bowling to Narine. Comes in on ball to Narine, and a ball that is short and asking to be hit through mid wicket. They get 1, and Narine moves now to 20. I make it, and the score to 181. Mr. Troy George, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon to you, sir. How are you doing?
Well, just as good as lovely cricket outside there. Just enjoying it.
It's a fantastic day for cricket.
Lovely, lovely indeed. Glorious sunshine.
And we're glad for it.
Especially in the month of October to November.
Yes.
September, remember. And November, it's all over. It comes in, and this time he's in behind it. Royal Williams. He plays it back along the pitch, the bowler fields, and there is no run. Charles, the bowler, passes the umpire now and ball to Williams. Williams is opening up and getting the ball down to a whitish third man. They were St. Paul's fields. So he's on 2, and the score on to 182. For the loss of 7 wickets in the 39th over. Here is Charles now to bowl to Micah Narine. Narine is getting one that he's looking to hit through mid-wicket, hit him on the pads, and there is no run. So Micah Narine, the captain, playing a very important hand for St. Mark at this time, as they're looking to match on to 200 runs, 19 shot, and this time he's down the wicket, hitting this one in the air. It's going to go into the boundary, and that's 4 more runs to Micah Narine. He moves to 24, and they score to 186 for the loss of 7 wickets.
Yeah, it's a good shot, good area. He's looking to try and attack a little bit more, and a little bit of pressure on him as he's losing wicket as the mainstay for the St. Mark's team. He's capable of doing it, so let's see what he can do.
Yes, Charles to bowl to Micah Narine, comes in and bowl, and there's a loud appeal for leg before the umpire says yes, it is. No, the umpire says no. At one time, the umpires, umpires normally make some signals that could be very puzzling. At one time, I thought he was saying that, but Micah Narine is there. I just hope that his heart didn't actually fall off.
It would be very unfortunate. That one pitched outside the off stump and coming back in, and Macaro just trying to get a single to get on strike. Missed. They just trying to put on through between mid on and mid wicket and see if he could steal a single.
Well, the bowler in St. Paul's continues, walked off the pad. They're going to get one, and this one came in from a backward square dip, and it's 2 runs to Royal Williams. He moves to 4, and they score to 188 for 7. St. Paul's just for 7 overs, 1 maiden. He had 3 for 36. He had 2 for 36, and had been the man, only destroyer for St. George's. Here is St. Paul's with number 20 on his back. Passes the umpire now and bowl to Roy Williams. And really checking that shot to run it down to third man. A very smart bit of batting there from the young man, known for more or less for his fast bowling rather than a batting, but looking very convincing outside there.
Yeah, he actually tried to drive a yorker, got an inside edge. I was surprised. And he got 2 out of it. It was very aggressive shot at the same time from a yorker. St. Paul is known to bowling in the depth and bowling well at the same time.
Here he comes in now and passes umpire Mark and bowls to Micah. Micah almost playing the shot that Royal Williams had played down to third man. And the score moves to 190 for 7. Micah moves to 21. I'm not actually seeing the big boundaries coming, but the runs is coming for St. Mark.
Well, they have to play within their rights. I don't think that they're boundary hitters at the same time, so they have to try and see where they can get some runs.
St. Paul bowls to Royal Williams again. He's looking to dab outside the house, and the ball passing on the inside of the bat, and the wicketkeeper did well in stopping it, and there is no run. The sunshine begins to bathe again here at the National Stadium. Junior Murray, I can see him down there, the coach for the St. George's team. I heard him saying last week, and he's there with the team giving some guidance.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy. Takes pride in his work and his dedication towards cricket.
St. Paul's bowl to Royal Williams, and Royal Williams is in behind this one, opening the face of the bat, and there is no run. Looking to get to 200, which we'll see the safe ground for St. Mark.
Yeah, looking at the wicket, I think even now 190 is a good total. Depending on how hot the sun comes, look like the weather is probably changing. If the condition stays that way, St. Mark's has some good bowling. It could be very, very competitive.
Outside the Ostom, drive in, but can't get any run. It's the end of the over. It's the end of the 39th over. That's the end of the 40th over. It's 100 and 190 for 8. or seven? Seven for
Yeah,
seven.
7.
So looking at the Granitang area up there, it's not looking all that happy for cricket.
No, not at the moment at all. And I think that's probably why Micah and Royal was trying to see if they can speed up and get in some runs to get themselves probably above a certain total in terms of if there will be any reduction after that. But they have to try and see where they can pick up some quick tools that hopefully that they fit. Micah can hit the boundary, not sure about Ruel. He's a small in stature, but you never know. Probably could hit the ball long. But I think Micah needs to probably take on Kem here.
Let's see what happens as the ball out came and he's going harder. But it's going to be... Oh, what a magnificent catch by Redhead in the mid-wicket area. Ball that was hit by Narine skying and running in from the boundary and really dived and took up a beautiful, magnificent catch.
Wow.
This is what cricket asks for.
This is, I mean, my jaw actually dropped seeing him stretched out full length. And I don't think he actually his eyes was actually on that. I think his hands stretched forward, and the ball stuck into his hand. But it was an amazing catch. He ran straight from the boundary, kept his eyes on it all the way, and was a magnificent catch. If it had to go for an award for catch of the day so far, he has definitely. That would probably go in the books.
Definitely, I think this is one of the catches to be remembered in this tournament.
Oh, absolutely.
So far, what a magnificent catch it was. So the new batsman making his way in is the left-hand fast seamer in Narine Belfont.
Yeah, that's Narine Belfont.
Narine Belfont making his way in. And Michael Narine going for 25. And he was caught up the ball by Redhead of Charles for 25. He faced 60 deliveries and hit 3 fours in his innings. 190 for 8, and the crowd the clouds beginning to get much grayer and grayer coming down over the Granitangs.
Yeah, I think Micah's idea was the right one. The shot selection, however, was not. The boundaries are not that big. I think his initial idea would have probably trying to go down the ground the same way he got the 4 after Kem. And a little straighter. He knelt, tried to get a little square and top edge it and lost his wicket.
Royal faces walking it off the pads through mid-wicket, and there is no run. Cyrus running around, feeling cleanly, and there is no run. So Charles continued to look for the wicket here, picking up the wicket of Narine as he comes in and bowl. This time, that's a lovely drive through the extra cover boundary region area. But they're going to only get 1 run, so Ruel continue to look for the ones. He takes the score to 191 for 8. Granitang area continues to get darker and darker.
Yeah, well, as you can see, even the century
to get darker and darker.
Yeah, well, as you can see, even the St. George's fielders and the captain believe that the teams are not big hitters, so they have brought in mid-off and try to squeeze them in not taking singles. And I think if they would have probably gone the straighter route, maybe over cover straight back for Nika, especially over against the spinner, would have been a better option.
Charles to Narine, and he pulls off just as the bowler had delivered, and the umpire signals dead ball. So if there is some indication that there is some rain over the Granitang, we can see that players are moving close to the covers, and the score continue to bowl, and he's out caught. The umpire giving him a Narine Belfont playing, getting the edge of the bat. He's looking a little bit annoyed with himself, but the ball took the edge of the bat. The player took it in the slip. Let's hope that the cricket god will just keep that rain away from the stadium.
Yes, well, we're hoping that for sure. We do not want rain to come and really hamper the proceedings here today. But as it is, look like the rains will fall. Let's hope that we can probably get a completed inning and a completed game at the same time.
St. John looking for the Yorker. Ronell equal behind it.
Yeah, so we see the ground staff is getting ready to come on with the covers, and the players are trying to speed up and see them how much overs they could get in, or even get the final wicket, so they can bat out the rest of the overs, even if the rain falls. So I think St. Pauli has even cut his run a bit to try and get in that last wicket.
Yeah, it's good to see that's a strategy employed there now, just hustling and making sure that this is good. This is good for cricket. The rain is on its way. The umpire, square leg umpire, has now left the field, and it's called the presiding umpire has called the covers on. So as always been, rain. You're gonna stop play and.
Well, the rain seems like it's coming down. The groundsmen are bringing the covers on, and let's hope that it wouldn't rain for too long, and hopefully we can get in the rest of the overs. But still, I believe based on the wicket and how things are, St. Mark's has a good total that they can work with, as long as the bowlers bowl in the right areas. And be consistent.
Well, definitely. So a working total, we call it 190 for 91 for 9 in 41 overs. Knowing how St. Patrick last week had struggled against St. David, chasing 165 for victory. 191, as was looked at the analysis of the St. George's batting. They don't bat really to that depth, so 191 can really be a good chasing total if whatever happens from here.
Yeah, I definitely believe so. St. Mark's has always been a good bowling unit. Narine, Belfont, you have Etienne with them, you have the young Williams with them, even Gangadine, I believe, both really good spin. And they have a good discipline unit that I know, their bowling attack, because a couple of years ago they did defeat St. David's in the semi-final match to bring them into the finals. And their bowling that actually got them there. So I know that they have a good bowling attack. And with the wicket just far, and with that coldness that would help in giving the fast bowlers some assistance. It would be a good task for them to defend that, even with that 191.
So as the rain begin to come in here at the National Stadium, the St. Mark team in the second of the finals, tomorrow is the finals, weather permits. We just have to wait and see what will transpire for the rest of the afternoon. But St. Mark's winning the toss and batting first, 191 for 9.
Yeah, and I'm actually eager for tomorrow at the same time. My boys has played extremely well. We were sort of flat-footed, I would believe, in the first game and the final round robin of the competition. But I think the guys was a bit disappointed in the loss, and came back. I think they went in hard, trained, and came back really well in the semi-final game against St. Patrick's, and didn't bat as good as we wanted, but definitely bowled in the right areas, and I think their minds are focused for tomorrow, and it would be a very good final once we can get some good weather. And hopefully whoever teams comes through here today would definitely have their work cut out to defeat St. David.
So from a national stadium, St. Mark, after winning the toss and batting 191 for 9 in 40 overs as rain has stopped play here. Troy Judge, Ashley Cummins, we return you to master control.
Which means the language passed on by the African and European descendants. Carriacou features the Maroon and String Band Festival, the Big Drum Nation Dance, and the Shakespeare Mass at Carnival. But what's really unique about Carriacou is the boat building culture. Let's learn some more.
Carriacou sloops, I think, is one of the most prettiest sloops that we have around. All right, and especially when they when you put the sails on them and you put them on the seawater and they start sailing. So I believe that is one of the difference between our sloops here and other sloops around. Well, our designs here is more like the Nova Scotia design and not the Scottish design. And what really happened is a lot of people. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that to say the Scottish people came here to build vessels for us, but for me, I don't believe that because of the designs, the different designs in it. Our designs is more like the Nova Scotia designs. They are the same thing, but not the Scottish design.
You can go to Barbados, Jamaica. You can go to all these different islands, and in a lot of islands, you can